Hi, everybody, and welcome to Griffith's Gymnasium, and welcome to the championship game, essentially, of the 2021 District 4A, District 2 4A, sorry, Volleyball District Championship. And tonight it'll be the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers, and they'll go up against the Pojoaque Valley Cats. And so now this is the third year in a row, forget the COVID season, but third year in a row that this is the same occurrence, deja vu all over again. Joe Palmer looking once again to take the district championship, and Pojoaque is has to be very frustrated because a couple of years ago it was Pojoaque all the way, and Los Alamos came in to upset them and win the district championship and the district tournament, and so it's been Los Alamos. Joe Palmer, ever since he took over, he has dominated this series, and so tonight Hilltoppers are going to go up against the Cats. These two teams have met once before down in Pojoaque. Battle royal as it went to 5 sets, and right down. It was a wild game. The biggest difference in the ball game was in set 3, which Los Alamos won 25-20. Everything else was just about a 2-point difference. So, Mike, we had our big production meeting before the game, and so Mike is going to fill us in on everything about Pojoaque.
Well, Gene, just like you were saying, the Pojoaque Valley Cats. First of all, that school has been a long time, very friendly rival with Los Alamos. Great group of folks. Their program's always very, very competitive. There's two things they really take pride in down there, and that is their basketball teams, and that is their volleyball team. And so, they have been a little bit frustrated the last few years. They have been the standard bearer for the district. They've really been going in as the district favorites, and Los Alamos has, flipped the script on them and has a chance to do it tonight. Well, the Cats are going to be fired up this evening under head coach Joe Rodriguez. They're 15-7, by the way, coming in 6-1 in district. That one loss, as you said, down there in Hakona, in that nip and tuck contest between Los Alamos and the Cats. The Hilltoppers prevailing in that one by a slim margin indeed. But they have a lot of talent here. Do the Cats? They have a very, very solid defense, and that's led by Chantel Molina. Very solid. And then can get some offense going. One of their big weapons was in that contest was Sonia Quintana. She is an outside hitter, 5'9", and she can power it when she gets a good set rather. So keep an eye on her tonight. I'm sure the Toppers will know exactly where she is on the floor at all times. So a couple of really, really solid players, and really just down the roster, they are a good, solid, fundamental team. And like I said, their defense very, very tough to crack. If they're going well, they really make you work to score all of your points. So Toppers, they're going to have their front is going to have their work cut out for them trying to crack this defense. And let's see if the Topper offense, which has been absolutely running on all cylinders, can keep that up tonight.
Well, that first game that they had down in Pojoaque just a couple of weeks ago, that went to 5 sets, and like I say, very, very close all the way. The first set, Los Alamos lost 25-22, and then the Hilltoppers came back and won the second set in extra innings, and went to 29-27. It was all tied up at 25 all after they played at 25. You have to win by 2. It was all tied up at 25. Hilltoppers finally won 29-27. Hilltoppers won the third set, I could say fairly easily in comparison, 25-20. and that was the biggest margin. And then they lost the fourth set, 26-24. So that set things up for set number 5, which they played at 15. The Hilltoppers won that one 15-12. So every single one of the sets, 5 sets in that previous match, I mean, it was anybody's ball game all the way through from start to finish. And so tonight it'll be the Hilltoppers going up against the Elkettes. The Hilltoppers well, a couple of years ago, Mike was talking about, I mean, Pojoaque was highly ranked and really favored to win the district tournament. We lost to Pojoaque down there. We did come back and beat Pojoaque here, and then but it set it up that Pojoaque was the number 1 seed in the tournament. So when we went down, we had to go down and play them in a championship game, and we won that championship game in an unbelievable atmosphere, an electric atmosphere, and a fantastic game. Here's the national anthem. And so we complete the national anthem here at Griffith Gymnasium. Victory battle. If the Hilltoppers win, of course, they're the outright champion. And Mike, do you know what the tiebreaker situation is?
So the first tiebreaker would be aggregate sets. So let's say the Elkettes win tonight and they win 3-1, then they would be the district champion, since the other game went to 5, or the other match went to 5 sets and they won in 4. So they would be the district champion. Then I think they go to a point system, and I think it gets a little complicated. So if the Elkettes do pull this out in 5 sets, then I think they have to figure out the point differential between the two teams. And it is not entirely impossible that might end up even as well. These are such evenly matched teams. But
yes.
And then after that, I really don't know what they do after that. But the Hilltoppers can avoid that. There's a very easy way to avoid that tonight. Just win this one and don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, just win. And that's what it's come down to the last couple of years. The Hilltoppers, these two teams have split the last 2 years. And so the final game has come down, it came down to the championship, the tournament championship game. This year there will be no tournament. The state playoffs start next week at Santa Ana Center on Friday. So we were all surprised that this year no tournament, no volleyball tournament. So, and that's kind of a bummer. So no district tournament, which was always a lot of fun, but anyway, this COVID and everything else has wiped out everything. So anyway, we're not going to have a volleyball tournament, and that's irritating. But
it is. So tonight is it. This will determine the district championship.
Yeah, this is it. And in the past, it's been like you finish the regular season, and you can have a regular season district champion, but the real champion of the district came whoever won the district tournament. And Los Alamos in the last couple of years as a split with Pojoaque, and so when they come down to the district tournament, it's whoever wins that is the winner. And so this year, of course, Los Alamos has already defeated Pojoaque. So, like Mike said, all the Hilltoppers have to do to get the district championship is win this game. Simple. Oh, easy peasy, as they say. And so we have just completed the introduction of both teams, actually. And so in the moment, we'll be ready to get these teams out onto the floor, and we'll be ready to go. The Hilltopper girls soccer team ended their season yesterday in St. Pius. We covered that game, and it was a 1-0 ball game. But St. Pius #1 seed, and boy, I'm telling you, we kind of saw why they are the #1 seed. The entire first half was dominated by St. Pius. It was just attack, and our offense just essentially was non-existent in the first half. But in the second half, Los Alamos came out pretty strong and actually did a pretty good job in the second half. We ended up losing the ball game 1-0, which we had also won. We lost the ball game to St. Pius on September 16th, and that was here, and the Hilltoppers lost that 1-0. So St. Pius prevailed again, and they're going to play. I didn't see who won, but the winner of Hope and Academy was who they were going to take on, and I never did check to see who won that contest. But anyway, and everything's going to happen tomorrow at the UNM soccer field. So 10 o'clock in the morning is that 4A game. So we're about ready to go here as we have to get the liberos into the game. For Los Alamos, the starters will be Callie Goda and Nadia Gonzalez and Michelle Macias. The libero for Los Alamos is Brini Eto, and also Abby Leckel starting for the Hilltoppers along with Angelina Pasalacqua. And Bree, she varies her number between 2 and 3 all the time. But she's number 2 today. Anyway, so serving first for Pojoaque, and that will be Taylor Quintana. And we're about ready to go in this district championship game. So here we go, Taylor Quintana. Picked up by Abby Leckel, comes up to Michelle Macias. Callie Goda can only just fist bump it across backwards. Hard shot by Sonia Quintana. And that's who Mike was talking about. Sonia Quintana, big, tall girl. And they've got her listed at 5'9". She's taller than that. So so she picks up the first point. Taylor Quintana with the serve. Now they're going to set up Nadia Gallegos. And there goes Nadia. So this is going to be a battle at that net between Nadia and Sonia. But the Hilltoppers have some great spikers. Michelle Macias, who's checking out of the ball game. I don't think she usually starts, but she's a fantastic striker for Los Alamos. And now the front line for the Hilltoppers is Nadia Callie Goda and Ashley Hammond. So they're going to, this time they set up. This one, Adriana Rodriguez. Adriana, they get it to, Hilltoppers get it to Nadia. Now they're going to set up Sonia. No, they don't set up Sonia. They set up, I didn't see who they set up that time, but they set up that, at first they set up Adriana Rodriguez, and then the Hilltoppers brought it back, and so Pojoaque wasted no time getting it to Sonia. Sonia Quintana picks up the point, makes it 2-1. The serve is long by Taylor Quintana, and I mean, just long. I don't think that was more than an inch behind the line. Nadia Gallegos will go back to serve for Los Alamos. Picked up there by Adriana Rodriguez, and a nice shot this time by Tessa Martinez. So Tessa gets a set over on the right side of the goal and just put it into the open court. Hilltoppers diving for it. Couldn't do anything with it. 3-2 ball game. And Pojoaque serving. And now serving is going to be Sonia Quintana. So Sonia picked up by Brini Eto, and she gets an ace. for Sonia Quintana. Brini Eto went off the side of her fist, and boy, you never see that. I mean, she's got 160. She's got 50,000 digs back there. I don't know how in the world, and she usually has all the receptions. But boy, hard serve. Hilltoppers are going to have to play it all the way. Abby Leckel or Callie Goda all the way from the back court. And so they set up again, and they give it to Anika Uriosti. And Anika, she's a 5'5" junior. She's taller than 5'5". Anyway,
I don't know where some of these heights are coming from.
I don't either.
But yeah, no, they're all over the place. But Elket's off to a solid start here on offense, Gene. The moving the ball around to a lot of different players, and that's so far kind of got the Topper defense a little off balance.
Yeah, Ashley Hammond, her shot, boy, great dig out that time by Pojoaque. The Hilltoppers, the Pojoaque right now playing without a libero, and hard shot this time by Annika Uriosti. Hilltoppers pick it up. Ashley Hammond, boy, she got a beautiful set over on the left side of the net, and that one coming from Angelina Pasalacqua. And boy, I'm telling you, she just put that thing down with authority. It makes it now 3-5, and the Hilltoppers serving. This is going to be Bella Aguilar. Bella normally a very good serving. It's a good serve. Sonia Quintana, and no return off of Sonia. So right now it's a 6-3 Pojoaque, and coming in to serve for the Elkets, Brianna Johnson. So Brianna, they say she's 5'1". She looks 5'1". Boy, she serves an ace. Second ace of the ball game for Pojoaque. Hilltoppers, they came out the other night against Espanola and completely out of focus. And so now Joe Palmer wants a timeout. We talked to Joe Palmer after that Espanola game, and he said exactly that. They were completely out of focus, and they finally got things together in the final 3 sets. But the Hilltoppers are coming off a big win the other night on Tuesday night against Moriarty. We thought that would be a really competitive ball game. That went to 5 here in Los Alamos, but the Hilltoppers went down to Moriarty and won it fairly easily in 3 sets. And we thought that was going to be a much more competitive ball game.
Yeah, we really did. But the Toppers, very, very impressive victory over Moriarty. And I was thinking, Gene, unfortunately, we were not able to go to that. We could have gone before the game to Nachos, and then we would have had enough time to go back after the game to Nachos, our favorite restaurant down there. Had plenty of time.
That's true.
But this was not to be, unfortunately. But a very, very impressive win by Los Alamos. We really didn't know what to expect out of that contest.
No, we did not. Brianna Johnson serving at 7-3. And the Hilltoppers are going to set up Solène Telliez. She just pushes it across. Now they're going to set up Annika Uriosti. And Annika pops it in across the attempted block by Angelina Pasalacqua. 8-3. Pojoaque coming out, steaming here against the Hilltoppers. And the Hilltopper crowd right now is shocked. Comes to Brini Eto, come up to the front. And Angelina Hammond, just a little short, soft push. Annika Uriosti goes long. So that makes it now 4-8. And Michelle Macias will come into the ball game. She'll replace, well, I thought she was going to come into the ball game. Now she comes in the ball game, replacing Callie Goda.
Well, she wasn't at the flag at the exact moment.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
That's a problem.
Uh-oh, now we're going to check the book, see if she violated anything.
You never know.
So we'll have a half an hour consultation at the book. And so I guess they've decided that it's okay for her to go in the ball game. Well, maybe not. I don't know what's going on. Now Abby Leckel comes in, and she's going to replace Ashley Hammond. So confusion reigns as usual at that scorer's table. 4-8 with Abby Leckel serving. Nice serve by Abby. Going to be played from the backcourt into the net. So Pojoaque not doing a very good job of getting control of that particular serve by Abby. Abby, luckily, she said she's 5'5". She's not 5'5". I guarantee you. And once again, they're going to have to play it from the backcourt. Picks up by Brieto. Pushed across by Angelina Pasalacqua. From the backcourt, long bump over their head, and it's coming out to Michelle Macias. Wow, what a shot by Michelle, and what a great dig out that time by Adrian Rodriguez. So Rodriguez now will bump it up over to Annika Uriosti, back to Brieto on the line, over onto the left side of the court, and this one is going to be, well, the Hilltoppers, boy, and what's it? Joe Palmer is furious. He is furious. The girls had that point in the bag and blew it. So
just could not put it away. But again, that's what we're talking about. Sometimes the Elkett defense very, very difficult to crack. Macias had two big swings there. 9 times out of 10, she's going to put both of those away, and the Elketts picked up both of those.
Yes, they did. And Joe Palmer saying that we had a golden opportunity, and so now they're going to get it over to Adriana Rodriguez. And she's going to push it into the open court. And Pojoaque now leads 10-5. We got a big crowd here tonight, Mike. So big turnout for this volleyball game. Been a while since we've seen a good crowd here in Griffith Gymnasium. Comes over now. They're going to set up Michelle Macias. Macias takes all kinds of stuff off of it. Soft shot into the center of the court. Solian Tellez gets the set. Solian goes long.
Boy, and Joe Palmer is steamed, Gene.
What's that?
Joe Palmer is absolutely steamed over there on the bench.
Hilltoppers are 100% out of sync. I mean, 100%. Down by 6. Brieto, well, that's actually dug out this time by Bella Aguilar. And, boy, there's a beautiful block at the net by Solian Tellez and Angelina Pasalacqua. Boy, great double block. Into the ball game now comes Nadia Gallegos, and she's going to join Michelle Macias and Angelina Pasalacqua at the net. That's a good combination at the net for Los Alamos. And the serve by Brieto goes long, and that's not what they needed. They with that front that they had on the front line at the net. Boy, I mean, they needed to play that. Nice serve this time by Pojoaque. Michelle Macias, hard shot, great save by Pojoaque, and they're going to get it now to Adriana Rodriguez. She goes back to the back line. Nadia Gallegos, she puts it down and diving for it and cannot get to it that time, and that was Brianna Johnson.
Got the short set there right in the middle to Nadia. The Pojoaque defense not ready for it, and she put that down easily. Toppers need as many easy points as they can get here with already a 5-point deficit about halfway through this set.
Sonia Quintana, the two-handed push. Hilltoppers, great defense by Los Alamos, but they're going to call Los Alamos for being in the net. Callie Goda made a great save at the net, but apparently brushed the net with her shoulder. So it's now 13-7. And serving will be Taylor Quintana. So they've rotated all the way around. There's, boy, that one hits the tape and then comes over. And right there, Michelle Macias saves the day. But another soft shot. Abby Leckel will get it up to Michelle. Michelle tries to just spike it straight down. The set's not high enough, so she spikes it right into the net. 14-7, 7-point ball game right now. A shocker here at Griffith Gymnasium right now. And boy, almost had an ace. Nadia Gallegos gets the set, powers it across. Pojoaque just brings it across on the second hit. Nadia Gallegos. And this one is going to go, no, I thought it was going to go out of bounds. It doesn't. And now Michelle Macias. Boy, I'm telling you that you cannot crack right now that Pojoaque defense. And they digging out everything that Los Alamos is throwing at them. And now they return it, and Los Alamos gets no return. And that was Adriana Rodriguez that put that point across. So now they get it to Nadia. Nadia, well, has it blocked at the net, but But well, I didn't think it ever went over the net. I thought that was 4 hits, but they're saying no, it wasn't 4 hits, and the block by Sonia Quintana went out of bounds. So now back to serve will be Anna Kirkland for Los Alamos, serving at 8:15. They dig out this time by Annika Uriosti. They get it up, shot across this time by Tessa Martinez. They get it to Ashley Hammond. Hammond goes up. She has to try to spike it from the 10-foot line, and it goes into the net. 16-8. Pojoaque doubling the score here on Los Alamos in set 1. So the serve right now is an ace by Adriana Rodriguez. And now, what is that, the 3rd or 4th ace?
Yeah, it really is. And Joe Palmer taking his 2nd time out here, down 17-8.
Wow.
Well, this was not the first set we expected.
No.
And, the Toppers started out a couple of nice hits there right at the beginning. Looked like, it was going to be another nip and tuck thing in there, but the Toppers just kind of got a little bit off kilter, and they have not recovered from that.
No, they haven't. They're pretty discombobulated right now and having a lot of problem. And on the other side, Elkets are, like Mike said, running on all cylinders. That defense has been fantastic. And, I mean, the Hilltoppers, they spike it down with a good hard shot. But, boy, the Elkets, somebody is always going to the floor and digging it out. And for some reason, let's see. They have been playing without a libero. Chantel Molina, 5'1" junior libero. She has not been in the ball game at all. She now comes in. And I don't know why she was sitting out, but anyway.
Yeah, did not start the game, and actually didn't even go up for the, ceremony changing of the guards or anything. So mixing it up a little bit is Joe Rodriguez.
Yeah, so Ashley Hammond, and Hammond powers it through the block of Tessa Martinez. And now it's the 9-17. Nadia Gallegos goes back to serve. In the backcourt, Anna Kirkland, Angelina Pasalacqua. Nadia's serve. That is picked up by Pojoaque. They'll play it from the 10-foot line. Hard shot this time by Taylor Quintana. Hilltoppers going to get it to Solyez. And she finds the coffin corner, the right coffin corner. Somehow she found that. And now Nadia Gallegos will serve once again. The front line for Los Alamos is Callie Goda and Ashley Hammond, along with Solyez. Pojoaque has to play it from the 10-foot line. That's Taylor Quintana. Going to come over now to Callie Goda. Nice shot by Callie. Pojoaque having all kinds of trouble with it. And Callie is amazing. Callie is a young girl that she doesn't go up and just kill the ball. But, boy, she finds the open spots, one after another. It's now 11-17. Hilltoppers settling down a little after that timeout. They get it to Taylor Quintana, or to Tessa Martinez, and Tessa is tries to go up. The attempted block by Los Alamos is not good, makes it 18-11. And now Annika Uriosti will serve, serving at 18-11. Rini Ato goes to the floor. Here comes Ashley Hammond. Just a little hard push picked up there by Annika Uriosti. She pushes it across. And now Callie Goda from the 10-foot line. That'll be picked up in the backcourt by Sonia Quintana. Comes up to the front, and Solyez finds the open court. And so Solyez doing a good job. Pojoaque did get to it, but they just bumped it up, and they couldn't bump it up in any way that was going to be working. So no functional bump ups. Now 12-18, and so now Bella Aguilar, good server for Los Alamos, will be up, and they're going to play this one all the way from the back line. Rini Ato plays a long shot. Ashley Hammond, and it's blocked by Tessa Martinez right into the chair umpire's side, her shoulder. That's Ida. What's her last name?
Mirabal.
I can remember this one of these days. Ida Mirabal, who's been around volleyball forever. Here comes Ashley Hammond. Whoa! What a great shot, but boy, and I thought Pojoaque was going to get it. It was a hard shot at the back, and going for it this time was Chantel Molina. Came off of her, hit the basket, the basketball basket, which is raised up to the ceiling, came down, but Pojoaque was still able to play it, and that basket is part of the court. That's inbounds. Comes now to Ashley Hammond. Pojoaque will push it back across. Hilltoppers now are going to set up Ashley again. She takes all kinds of stuff on it. And now a dink across, this time by Tessa Martinez. And the Hilltoppers bring it up to the front. Here comes Annika Uriosti. And partially blocked by Angelina Pasalacqua. Flies into the backcourt. The Hilltoppers can't do anything with it. 5-point ball game, 19-14. And Pojoaque leading, and they will serve.
And that breaks up a very good rally there by the Toppers, trying to get back in this ball game. Cut it down to 18-14 after being down 17-11. So Toppers trying to work their way back in. Big couple of points coming up here, though.
So actually Hammond's shot goes across. They set up Annika Uriosti. A little dink there this time by Solientel. Yes! And that falls in, makes it 15-19. So the Hilltoppers back in this ball game if they can settle down. And Abby Leckel comes into the ball game to serve. The front line, Michelle Macias, Solin Teliez, and Angelina Pasalacqua. In the backcourt, we have Bella Aguilar along with Brini Eto. Hard shot picked up by Bella. It's going to come down now to Michelle Macias. She just pushes it down. Pojoaque not going to be able to return it. A good hard shove straight down by Michelle Macias, and Pojoaque can't bring it back. Abby Leckel will serve for the Hilltoppers. Serving at 16-19, and now Joe Rodriguez. He doesn't like what he's seeing. He wants a timeout. So, Mike, Hilltoppers are maybe going to settle down, maybe.
Well, finally have gotten some good points, or are using their short game a little more effectively than they had early. The Elcats, meanwhile, who you couldn't have thrown a tennis ball by them in the first half of this set. Just not quite the same defensively. Have gotten a little bit out of system. So the Toppers have been able to take advantage of that. I think Joe Rodriguez sees that. I think they're talking about that now. The other thing is the Topper defense has really stepped things up, and that's kind of thrown off the Pojoaque offense as well. They're really not getting any of those big hits that they saw earlier. Urioste had a big run there early, but been kind of quiet since then.
16-19, and Abby Leckel will serve. Soft serve comes down into the open court, and so they set up Annika Uriosti, and Annika powers it down for the points, and now Annika will go back to serve at 20-16. So Annika, junior middle hitter. Anyway, it comes across to Hilltoppers. A quick push across by Larissa Rodriguez. So she caught Los Alamos sleeping. Makes it now 21-16. And Annika Uriosti still serving. 5-point lead right now for Pojoaque in this first set. Hard serve. Boy, Abby Leckel comes right back to Abby. She has to play it from the backcourt. Now they set up on the front line, and one of the shortest girls on the floor, Adriana Rodriguez, and she's able to find the open court, and she just put it toward the back, and Hilltoppers Abby Leckel diving for it, but she just had no chance. 22-16, and this serve is an ace. Whoa. So after the timeout by Joe Palmer, the Hilltoppers came down, settled down, got into a rally. Now after the timeout by Joe Rodriguez, Pojoaque on a tear.
And that last serve, Gene, that was like a screwball or something. That was all over the place.
Yes, another hard serve by Annika. Nadia Gallegos pushes it toward the back. Great defense, great save by Pojoaque. Going to come to Solyen Tilyaz. Picked up by Chantel Molina. The libero tries to get it up to the front. It brings it up to the front, and the front line can't do anything with it.
Larissa Rodriguez trying to do like a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sky hook there over into try to get over the net and did not pan out for her.
There's a quick dink across by Taylor Quintana. They get it to Nadia Gallegos. And it's right in the middle of the net. She puts it right over on the right sideline. Diving for it was Larissa Rodriguez. Couldn't get to it. It's now 18-23, and Bree Nieto serving. So Bree, the libero for Los Alamos. And boy, wow, a great double block by Los Alamos, teaming up with Nadia Gallegos and Melissa and Michelle Macias. But their double block just goes just wide. We're now sitting at set point. 24-18. Abby Leckel picks it up over to Nadia Gallegos. Nadia, boy, she just whacked it right off the leg that time of Brianna Johnson.
Textbook slide from the middle to the outside by Nadia. You can't do it any better than that. That was really, really nice. And that was actually not the best set I think she's ever gotten.
No.
But was able to make the adjustment.
So Angelina Pasolacqua barely gets the serve across, but they try to set up Sonia Quintana, and Quintana goes into the net. So Sonia, who came up pretty strong at first, and now Sonia all of a sudden is, well, she's been kind of a non-factor for quite a while. And now Joe Rodriguez wants a timeout once again. And so it's the Pojoaque came out, like Mike said at the beginning, and they had a very good defense, but their offense was just killing us because, I mean, they were getting good shots and good placement, and plus we were just out of sync. So,
yeah, really were. Udiosi's really picked up the slack. Like I said, 5 spike kills for her for the Cats, but Sonia Quintana visibly just kind of just not there yet. Has not gotten on track. A couple of spike kills, one of them very early in this set, but has not been much of a factor most of the way here. The Toppers with a shot to cut back in, maybe tie this thing up now.
Set point, Angelina Pasolacqua serving, picked up by Chantel Molina. A little push across this time by Adriana Rodriguez. Nadia Gallegos, she finds the open court. Wide open court over on the right side. So beautiful shot by Nadia, and the Hilltoppers close it to 3, 21-24.
Very, very important here, Gene. The Toppers, when they get off to the slow start, they do not want to get blown out in any set because points might become a factor. Yes,
exactly. So Angelina Pasolacqua serve is going to be picked up by Chantel Molina. They are going to have to play it from the 10-foot line. Hilltoppers hard shot, and the two Hilltoppers end up with a campfire to end the ball game, to end the set. So down there making at the campfire, and that gave Pojoaque some more points. In fact, one more point, and enough to win this set. 25-21. So Mike, whoa. So the Hilltoppers lost the first set in Pojoaque 25-22, and they lose this one 21-25.
But a late comeback there by Los Alamos to get back in this contest. Really, after the first half of this set was completely dominated by the Cats. Toppers did make a run at them, but unfortunately, we're still, and as you saw at that last point, just some wonky plays that they haven't quite gotten over the hump of there. That, a very nice spike there by the Cats, but it was picked up in the back court and returned right to the middle of the court. That should not have been a problem for the Toppers to get it back over. And 3 girls just sitting there admiring it.
Yes.
Cannot do that. That is not the type of play the Toppers can afford against a solid team like the Cats. And, the Elkets, still very dangerous, despite winning down there in Hakona. The Elkets are very dangerous, and Toppers, I'm sure, are aware of that, but really need to get back into their system and make sure, those kind of points don't happen, because this is not, these teams are so close together. That's just not something they can afford.
No, and that set never should have ended the way it did. As Mike said, the great dig out in the back court came down in the middle of the court, and it was easily playable. And then two girls just stand there and, as Mike says, admire it. And so that campfire at the end gives Pojoaque the set. And those girls, they were just standing there. They were digging out the marshmallows and the hot dogs, and ready to go. But anyway, but it's the same thing. It's interesting. They started off the set in Pojoaque, and they started off kind of the same way, a little out of sync, and Pojoaque won that one 25-22. Then they went to the next set, and that one was the Hilltoppers actually had the lead in that one, and Pojoaque came back and tied it at 25-25. So they went into extra innings, and the Hilltoppers finally came out on top 29-27. So it was pretty tight. The Hilltoppers then went on to win set 3 by 5. But right now, as Mike said, Pojoaque, very, very dangerous. And you can't, and with this Pojoaque team, you can't let up. You better be at the top of your game all the time, or they're going to make you pay.
So Toppers in a 1-0 set hole here. Going to have to a big set for them. They cannot afford to go down 2-0. So
no, not at all.
Going to have to find a way to pull this one out. As we are getting ready for the changing of the guard ceremony here. That is my favorite part of volleyball.
Oh, yes.
As Molina goes in for the Elkets, and Bree Nieto checks in for Katrina Sanchez, who's...
No, she'll go in until yes. But so Katrina would just
Katrina was just hanging out there. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
She was out there giving her a pep talk.
Oh, okay, yeah, they were just hanging out at the place where they usually do that. So my apologies. It was a little unusual.
Yes, Angelina Pasalaka with the serve, and that's going to come up to Adriana Rodriguez. She powers it across. Hilltoppers get it to Michelle Macias. A little backward bump, and then a shot by Sonia Quintana. And right there, Michelle Macias and Nadia Gallegos. Beautiful block kill. And so that makes it now 1-0 with Angelina serving. And that's picked up in the backcourt by Brianna Johnson. And now Sonia Quintana has to play it from the 10-foot line. Bree Nieto picks it up, gets it up to Cali Goda. Cali's shot is blocked by Sonia Quintana. That makes it 1-1. And now Taylor Quintana will go back to serve for Pojoaque. Serving at 1-1 as we just start the second set. Easily picked up by Cali Goda. It's going to come back to Nadia Gallegos. Hard shot picked up by Chantel Molina, the libero. They set up Adriana Rodriguez. She just takes about a half spike, and the Hilltoppers, it just bounces off one of the Hilltoppers and goes out of bounds. So Taylor Quintana serving at 2-1. Comes in the backcourt, picked up by Abby Leckel. Nadia Gallegos, hard shot, going to the floor to pick it up is Annika Uriosti. They push it all the way to the back line. Nadia again, this time no return. And she just powers it off of Taylor Quintana.
Yeah, she wasn't even trying to hit the floor. She was just trying to hit Quintana as hard as she could, and that one worked. Quintana really had no time to react to that.
So Ashley Hammond comes in for Los Alamos. Anna Kirkland comes in. Anna will serve. Picked up by Chantel Molina. No return. An ace. Now for Anna Kirkland, the front line for the Hilltoppers. Callie Goda, Nadia Gallegos, Ashley Hammond. Good front line. Anna Kirkland serving. So Chantel Molina picks it up. They set up Sonia Quintana, and her shot goes wide. She was trying to hit hit the left sideline, pushed it too hard. Hilltoppers up 4-2, and Anna Kirkland serving with a 2-point lead here in set 2. Comes to Chantel Molina, and they're going to have to play it from the 10-foot line. All they do is just two-hand push it across. Here comes Nadia Gallegos. Whoa, great dig out by Annika Uriosti. Hilltoppers, I don't know if that was 4 hits or not. I guess it wasn't. Hilltoppers really out of sync all of a sudden, but now they're back to all set up again. Nadia Gallegos finds the open court. All that time was just a little soft shot, about 12 feet, right back into onto the left side of the court. Beautiful shot by Nadia. 5-2. Hilltoppers up by 3. Anna Kirkland still serving. 3-point lead for Los Alamos. Shalene Molina goes to the floor. Sonia Quintana or Tessa Martinez with a hard shot. And the Hilltoppers set up Nadia Gallegos. And once again, she finds Taylor Quintana.
Absolutely. Right off her again. Toppers aren't even pretending they're going anywhere with the ball other than to Nadia, because she's got the hot hand right now.
Boy, does she ever. 6-2 lead right now. Shalene Molina brings it up to the front. And somehow I don't know how in the world they did that, Mike. Wow. And are they going to give this point to Pojoaque?
I think they're going to say one of the Toppers was over the midline. I don't think that was right.
No, I don't either.
They were right there, but I think she managed to stay on the court. And that negates a just an incredible effort there by the Toppers.
Yeah, that thing was going to drop in, and the Hilltoppers dove for it. They got it. The ball went straight up in the air, and every time they bumped it, it looked like Los Alamos was going to lose. It was going to drop in. There's almost an ace, but Angelina Pasalaka with a great save comes to Callie Goda, and Nadia Gallegos has the shot blocked at the net. Comes to Ashley Hammond. Chantel Molina picks it up in the back. A little short push shot, and now Nadia Gallegos, she pushes it down. Annika Uriosti picks it up. They set up Annika. Her shot comes across, picked up by Angelina Pasolacqua. They set up Sonia Quintana, and she puts it right in front of the back line.
Oh, my goodness. That was Jungle Ball 101 there. Everybody just diving to the floor, punching at it, doing whatever. Finally, the Elcats get the spike kill, but, oh, man, what a wild sequence.
Oh, yes, Adriana Rodriguez. And that one where they called the Hilltoppers in the net, that all ended up with, after the Hilltoppers doing everything they could to keep that ball alive. And finally, the last thing that happened is the ball got knocked up right in front of the net, top of the net. And Nadia Gallegos pushed it down for the point. And then they called Los Alamos. I think they called Los Alamos for going over the net, not in the net, but you can't reach over at all. So that last serve was an ace. And so Pojoaque now takes the lead. Nadia Gallegos, and she goes right into Sonia Quintana, and Quintana just tries to make the block, but it just falls right in front of her into Pojoaque territory. So Hilltopper now, it's a 7-7 ball game. Nadia Gallegos serving. Abby Leckel, Callie Goda, and Ashley Hammond are on the front line for Los Alamos. Or Solien Tellez. Let me correct that. So Solien Tellez up there. And so let's see, we're having a little trouble with the rotation here. So we're ready to go. 7-7 ball game, and Nadia serving. Boy, just a little softy into the open court, played easily by Pojoaque. Tessa Martinez pushes it across, picked up there by Callie Goda. Abby Leckel, who's playing on the front line right now, she pops it across. This time they're going to set up Callie Goda, and no return for Callie.
That's what Callie does best.
Oh, she amazes me.
She's not the biggest hitter the Toppers have, but her placement is just so on point, and she knows exactly where to hit you, where you can't get it.
And so some more confusion in the back court as Los Alamos is the two back players. Both of them went for the ball at the same time, and neither one of them got a hold of it. So it's an 8-8 ball game. That one was going to go long. That was played. Now Abby Leckel, nice shot by Abby. That's picked up by Larissa Rodriguez. Bumped across by Pojoaque. The Hilltoppers now are going to set up. Callie Goda. And there's Callie once again. She finds a perfect spot. And it makes it now 9-8. So Callie Goda, just a junior.
Boy, she's going to be an integral part of this team next year. So
boy, is she ever.
Yeah, keep an eye on her next year as a senior. She's going to be asked to shoulder a lot of that slack.
Yes, she is. 9-8. And there's Annika Uriosti from the 10-foot line. And Solyan Telyez. Whoa! What a shot by Solyan Telyez. And boy, a hard spike right smack on the line. Beautiful shot by Solyan.
She's got that very unorthodox windmill type swing, but when she gets a hold of it, she gets a hold of it. That was one of her best hits, I think, this entire season right there.
So Tessa Martinez finds the open court and makes it now 9-10. Tessa will check out into the ball game for Milwaukee. Comes Brianna Johnson. And she'll serve at 9-10. So this is just, I mean, the Hilltoppers won the second set in Pojoaque, 29-27. That's like we're on pace for that right now. So Len Telyez pushes it down to the 10-foot line. Annika Uriosti, her shot picked up by Briniato in the back court. Hard shot by Abby Leckel once again. Annika Uriosti to Briniato. And so Lynn once again, and boy, she whacks it. I mean, she took it right off that time of Adriana Rodriguez. Boy, I mean, it hit Adriana, and she tried to get her double fist out there. It just went high in the air into the rafters. Hilltoppers now need 11-9. Nice serve that time by Abby Leckel. Long return comes to Abby, up to Angelina Pasalacqua. Michelle Macias. Boy, great dig out that time by Adriana Rodriguez. Pojoaque brings it across. Up now to Michelle again. She takes all kinds of stuff on it. They're going to set up Annika Uriosti. Her shot is blocked by Solyan Telyez and Angelina Pasalacqua. Hilltoppers now get it up to Solyan. Solyan, like Mike says, has that windmill spike. And she brought that all the way around, boy. And then it hit the top of the net and just fell into the open court. Unbelievable. 12-9. So Abby, hard serve. Annika Uriosti picks it up. She'll play it. Comes to Briniato. Up to now to Michelle Macias. Michelle. Well, the set wasn't high enough. Michelle goes into the net. Makes it now to 10-12. Pojoaque down by 2. And Annika Uriosti will serve. The Hilltopper front line is Angelina Pasalacqua, Michelle Macias, and Solyn Telyez. They're picked up by Anna Kirkland. And one of those ones where it gets bumped all the way to the bottom of the net. Almost impossible to pick up, but the Hilltoppers almost did it. It's 11-12. And Annika Uriosti will serve once again. Set 2, and into the net goes Annika. So now coming back into the ballgame is Nadia Gallegos. She'll replace Solyn Telyez.
She gets a high five there from Telyez.
Briniato serving for Los Alamos, and they set up Larissa Rodriguez. And boy, I mean, on the other side of the net, there was Nadia Gallegos and Michelle Macias. And boy, there was no way in the world it was going past that wall. And we have a timeout by Joe Rodriguez of Pojoaque, with the Hilltoppers leading 14-11 in set 2. So, well, kind of the same thing we saw down in Pojoaque, Mike.
Yeah, really did. Toppers dropping in that first match down there. The Toppers dropping the first set, desperately needing to win the second, and that right at the end there, that that game just went absolutely bonkers. But the Toppers able to find a way to pull it out as they needed to, and so we're kind of seeing that here as well. And when these two teams get together, I mean, it's almost like you're watching the same match over and over again. And it's kind of the same thing. The Toppers absolutely 100% have to win this set. And so far, they've done what they need to keep the Elcats back. But the Elcats just will not go away.
No, they never go away. Nieto with the serve, serving at 14-11. And Adria Rodriguez plays it. Comes now up to Michelle Macias. And, well, she didn't have a chance to spike it, so she decided to two-hand bump it across and bump it into the net. 14-12 or 12-14 right now. The Molina, Chantel Molina, the libero serving. Going to come up now to Angelina Pasalacqua. And she's able to get it over to they're going to call it carry as she got the set over to Nadia Gallegos, but they call for the carry. 13-14.
Looked fine to me. I didn't see anything wrong with that.
And that serve is long. So Chantel Molina serves it long, makes it now 15-13. Callie Goda back into the ballgame. She'll join Michelle Macias and Nadia Gallegos at the front line. The back court is Abby Leckel and Bree Nieto, and Angelina Pasalacqua serves it into the net, mishits it. She never mishits it. Never. Yeah. She's one of our top servers. And, boy, she completely mishit that.
Very unusual. It's like it went off the side of her hand or something.
Yes. So the Hilltoppers get up to Nadia Gallegos. Great dig out that time by Taylor Quintana. And then they get it up to the front, this time to Sonia Quintana. And Sonia puts it away, and it's 15-15. Here in set 2, the Hilltoppers drop set 1. Comes up now to Nadia once again. I thought she found the open court, but boy, and Annika Uriosti goes diving to the floor, saves it. It's going to come up to Nadia again. She goes, and I thought she was going to go after Taylor Quintana again, but she just put it between Taylor and Chantel Molina.
I don't think Quintana was complaining. She's getting beat up in this set.
And so now Anna Kirkland comes into the ballgame. She'll serve at 16-15. Nice serve picked up. And they're going to get it to Sonia Quintana. Boy, she whacked that one. It comes up to Abby Leckel as a great save back there by Anna Kirkland. Shot comes now to Angelina Pasalacqua. Now up to Callie Goda. Callie doesn't get it over the net.
Unfortunate. How did Kirkland get that? That was a rocket right at her.
Boy, it was.
But she was able to get her arms out on it. But, oh, my goodness, that was Quintana's best hit so far.
Yes, it was. Nadia Gallegos. Whoa! Boy, the right coffin corner. And, boy, with authority. Wow. Nadia Gallegos makes it now 17-16. Hilltoppers up by 1 here in set 2. Nadia barely gets it over the net, hits the tape, drops in. Pojoaque able to get a hold of it. Abby Leckel, hard shot, dug out in the back court by Adriana Rodriguez. Annika Uriosti, her hard shot dug out by Nadia Gallegos to get to Abby Leckel. She just bumps it across. They're going to set up this time. And it was going to be, this time, Sonia Quintana. And it was going to go long, but the Hilltoppers tried to play it. 17-17. And now Sonia Quintana will go back.
Unfortunate, because Quintana just, that was going to go well long. That wasn't even going to be close.
So the serve's going to come to Abby Leckel. Now back to Leckel. And her shot is blocked. And there's Callie Goda. Caligota at the net. Finds the open court. Whoa. 18-17. Hilltower's up by 1. Here comes Bella Aguilar. An excellent server for Los Alamos. The front line for the Hilltoppers. Abby Leckel, Angelina Pasalacqua, and Solin Tellez. Nice serve by Bella. And they set up Annika Uriosti. Hard shot by Annika. And Solin Tellez gets the set. Way long is the return by Solin. 18-18.
Looks like she got just a hair off balance when she went for her jump. And I think that threw off the timing of her swing. So got a little bit underneath it, and that one goes well long.
Brianna Johnson, serve up to picked up. Now the Hilltoppers, all they can do is pop it across. Abby Leckel and Annika Uriosti gets the set, brings it to Brini Ato. Now over on the other side, Abby Leckel. Whoa! Great shot by Abby Leckel down the left sideline. Whoa, and the Hilltoppers take a 1-point lead, 19-18. And this second set in Pojoaque went to 29 points. And the Hilltopper won at 29-27. And right now we're on pace for that at 19-18 with Abby Leckel serving. Just barely clears the net, picked up there by Chantel Molina. Hard shot across this time by by Sonia Quintana. Michelle Macias is dug out by Adriana Rodriguez at the line. Annika Uriosti takes a lot off of it, and now they're going to set up Michelle Macias. Boy, a zinger off of the libero for Pojoaque. Now comes down to Solin Tellez, picked up in the back line by Adriana Rodriguez. Here comes Annika Uriosti. Whoa! And now they set up Sonia Quintana or Tessa Martinez at the net, and the Hilltoppers shove it across again. Annika Uriosti dug out by Brini Ato. Here comes Michelle Macias. This one is bumped up by Taylor Quintana. Annika Uriosti again, right to Brini Ato. Here comes Solin Tellez, trying to find the open court. Dug out by Brianna Johnson. Hilltoppers with it again. Here comes Michelle Macias. Hard shot. There is Chantel Molina for Pojoaque up to Brini Ato. And they're going to call a carry. They call a carry. There's no way in the world that was a carry. That was just a hard shot. And they stuck her hand out, and it just popped off her hand. But previous to that, Los Alamos, I mean, it looked like they caught it in a bushel basket and then threw it over the net.
That very well may have been a makeup call.
Or something.
For that one, because that one looked like a clean pickup over here. But, yeah, I don't know how they missed that first one. That was an obvious carry.
Joe Rodriguez was going crazy. So there's a serve is long by Pojoaque, makes it 20-19. And a hard shot across by Adriana Rodriguez. They get it up to Nadia Gallegos. She bumps it across. Annika Uriosti, great save that time by Brini Ato. It was just coming down on that line, bumped across by Pojoaque over to Brini Ato. Abby Leckel from the back court. And now they'll bump it up to the front. And this one to Adriana Rodriguez. Here comes Nadia Gallegos. Great dig out by Annika Uriosti. Almost hits the ceiling. Comes down to Brini Ato. She's going to put it up. Angelina Pasalacqua takes all kinds of stuff off of it. Taylor and Adriana Rodriguez once again. Michelle Macias. And Michelle, right there is Taylor Quintana to dig it out. Hilltoppers are going to get it up to Nadia Gallegos. Nadia, hard shot. Partially blocked at the net by Larissa Rodriguez. Played from the back court. This time by Annika Uriosti. And into the net they go. And, Mike, the rallies are becoming unbelievably fierce.
That ball went across the net 15 times in that one.
So the serving is Brini Ato serving up by 2. And, whoa, I think it was going to go wide, but Bella Aguilar dives at it and gets a hand on it. Makes it now 20-21. Chantel Molina, the libero, will serve for Pojoaque. Down by 1. Just barely clears the net. They're going to set up Nadia Gallegos. Her shot is blocked.
Wow.
And falls into Hilltopper territory, 21-21.
And that was Quintana at the net one-on-one against Nadia, who has, like we said, has had the hot hand, but excellent block at the net.
So we have a timeout by Joe Palmer. 21-21. The second set in Pojoaque, as I said, went to 29-27. It was all tied up at 25-25. In fact, Los Alamos, who had led through most of that set, actually found themselves behind at the end. Pojoaque actually had set point, but the Hilltoppers were able to come and tie it up and push it into overtime and win it in 29 points, 29-27. So,
and like you said, Gene, we are right on pace for that exact finish here. The Elkettes were having a little bit of trouble there midway through this set, and it looked like Toppers had a couple of opportunities to start to pull away, but like I said, the Elkettes made a couple of huge stops. That last block by Quintana against Gallegos, that was one-on-one, and Nadia is so difficult to stop in that situation, but that was just a beautiful block there on the other side of the net.
21-21, Chantel Molina serving. Comes to Abby Leckel, up to the front. Nadia Gallegos, she has to play it actually from the 10-foot line. A little dig across, and wide open is the court right in the middle. Adriana Rodriguez, if there was anything there, but brown court. We didn't have a single girl anywhere even close to it. Chantel Molina again. Abby Leckel up to the front. Comes up to Nadia Gallegos. Nadia says, no more nonsense. And boy, she pops that thing down the right sideline. Makes it now 22-22. And what are they reversing the call?
I don't know what happened.
Angelina Passalacqua is going. They're calling somebody in the net. In fact, they are. Well, I don't know who they're calling in the net. Looked like they're. Well,
holy moly!
I thought but that call came a half an hour late. That's after everything was all over. Everybody was getting ready for the next set, the next serve, and all of a sudden they reverse everything. Unbelievable. I don't know what in the world that was about. Sonia Quintana with a hard shot. Hilltoppers now are down by 2 after they reverse that call. And the Hilltoppers now get it with Michelle Macias. Puts a little soft shot across the net. Trying to block it with Sonia Quintana. Hits it, Tony, and dropped to the floor. It's 23-22. Right now it should be the other way around. The Hilltoppers should be up by 3 right now. So Angelina Passalacqua, her serve at 23-22. Annika Urioste blocked by Nadia Gallegos. Nadia puts it down. Annika Urioste in the backcourt picks it up. Sonia Quintana. That's long. That's long, barely long. And I mean, it was about an inch long. And I thought it was in, but they raised the flag. It was out. 23-23. Here comes Angelina Passalacqua. Joe Rodriguez wants a timeout.
Wow.
But I don't understand what happened there, Mike, because it was a great spike by Nadia Gallegos, and there wasn't anybody close to the net. They just gave the set to Nadia. She popped it down the right sideline, and everybody was jumping up and down, and they got the ball. They rolled it back to Los Alamos to serve, and then all of a sudden, the two officials decide, wait a minute, somebody was in the net or something. I don't know what they called.
Yeah, we really didn't get a definitive call on that, but a huge game changer. Now let's go back, 30 seconds to that last spike. If that's an inch shorter, we're looking at set point here.
Yes, we are.
So
and the Hilltoppers
big
right now.
Turn of events.
Right now, if they hadn't reversed that call, the Hilltoppers would have won this set. Angelina Passalacqua picked up by Chantel Molina. Comes across. Rini Eto gets it for Los Alamos. Here comes Michelle Macias. Nice shot by Michelle. Dug out. They're going to set up Sonia Quintana. Quintana trying to go up against Nadia Gallegos. Nadia blocks it down. 24-23. The Hilltoppers now with set point. And Angelina Passalacqua serving. The front line for Los Alamos. Callie Goda and Nadia Gallegos and Michelle Macias. The serve across. They're going to pick it up. They're going to have to play it from the 10-foot line. They do. Rini Eto picks it up, and her return is going to go into the bleachers. 24-24. They had the perfect opportunity with them playing it from the back, from the 10-foot line, so they couldn't put anything on it. That should have given Los Alamos a great opportunity. But right now, serving is Taylor Quintana, and we're tied at 24. Rini Eto. Up it comes. Nadia Gallegos. And her shot is blocked at the net by Sonia Quintana.
Holy moly.
And so that makes it now set point for Pojoaque. 25-24 they lead. And now Joe Palmer wants timeout.
Unbelievable.
Well, that reversal on that call cost Los Alamos the set if they lose this, because that the points they would have gotten with that and the points they got after that, we'd have walked away with this set. We'd have won the set 25-21.
Yeah, and I like I said, we never saw a definitive call as to what it was. I didn't see anybody even close to the net.
And it was a half an hour later.
Yeah, and it was a very, very late call. So holy moly, here we are and the Elket sitting at set point when, like you said, Gene, the Toppers would have put this set away by now, and
easily.
Oh my goodness! So here we are on a highly controversial call. The Elket sitting 1 point away from going up 2-0.
Yeah, Taylor Quintana will serve at 25-24. Abby Leckel picks it up in the backcourt. They're going to set up Nadia Gallegos. And Nadia goes into Sonia Quintana. Quintana just pops it right back, and Pojoaque takes the second set, 26-24.
Unbelievable. And wow, putting aside the call for a moment, Sonia Quintana now, she's got Nadia dialed in. She stuffed her at the net 3 times in a row.
Yes, she did. Yeah, she certainly did.
So wow, that's huge. But holy moly, what a call, and unbelievable. We're not sure exactly. They must have called somebody in the net. That's the only thing that even they might have called. But the call comes. I mean, this was after Los Alamos was celebrating, and they got in a circle and they were high-fiving each other. I mean, and the ball was already getting ready back into play before we had any indication there was a problem.
Yeah, this was a good 30 seconds later after Nadia's spike. And I didn't see anybody in the net. They just got the ball up to Nadia. She was perfectly set. She wasn't in the net. She put that ball right down the right side. There wasn't anybody else who was even close to the net. The other 2 girls, Nadia was in the middle of the net. The other 2 girls were on the right and left side, and nobody was even close to the net. And there wasn't any need for them to be close to the net. And then Nadia puts it away, and like you say, everybody's celebrating. Hilltoppers are jumping up and down. Pojoaque is a pretty, they're kind of pushed back, because now they're going to be, they would have been down at that point 23-21. And all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, wait a minute. I can't, that's the same thing that happened in that football game. They ran a touchdown back, and they ran a touchdown, the kickoff back, and everybody was celebrating, and then the official standing down on the Hilltopper 30-yard line decides there was it was a holding, decides there was a holding call, and then he throws the flag, and that was more than 30 seconds after the play. It's like if you see holding, throw the flag.
And that was this was on the far side, the far 30-yard line, and this was after the touchdown had been run in. It doesn't take that long to throw a flag.
Well, he didn't throw the flag even at that point. He stood there called the referee over, talked to the referee, and then did he have to ask the referee what's holding? What does holding look like? I don't know. Crazy.
Is that the one where you grab your fist and do that? I don't remember how that goes.
I can't remember the call.
But in any event, here we are.
Same thing today.
So huge controversial call there.
Oh, God.
And that swing set, too, in favor of the Elkettes.
That cost us almost a set.
Yeah, it really did. That is unfortunate. So the Elkettes up 2-0 now. And Toppers in dire straits. The Elkettes, the Toppers are in a position now, Gene, where they got to sweep 3 straight sets from the Elkettes. That is a tall order.
Well, the Elkettes have been ranked number 4 forever in the Max Prep poll. Los Alamos was 6th when they played Pojoaque. After they beat Pojoaque, they dropped to 7. Pojoaque went to number 3. And so this week, though, the Hilltoppers
figured that one out.
Yeah. And so this week, the Hilltoppers were number 3 in the poll, and Pojoaque is number 4 once again.
But really indicative of how close these two teams are. This, we have played now, 7 sets, and I think the difference between them is 2 points?
Something like that, yeah. So, let's see. It'll be the Hilltoppers serving, I do believe. No, this is set 3. It'll be Pojoaque serving. And it'll be Taylor Quintana. So she'll start off set 3. Nieto picks it up for Los Alamos. Comes up to Nadia Gallegos. And Nadia, what do you think they're calling? Well, the lines girl, the lines girl looking right down the line calls it out. And the girl, she calls it in, and the girl on the other side, who's all the way on the other side of the court, she calls it out, and the officials give it to him. Unbelievable. The girl is right in line with the line, looking right down the line, calls it in. But now the Hilltoppers drop it in, and it makes it a 1-1 ball game. Here comes Anna Kirkland to serve for Los Alamos.
I've never understood why they use the younger girls as the line officials.
Well, yeah, especially when you have a district championship like this. Sonia Quintana or Tessa Martinez just pushes it across. Hilltoppers now set up. This time it's going to be Abby Leckels. So they're using Abby a lot in the front line in this game. So they normally use her just for serving and for playing in the back court. But she's got the skills, so they've moved Abby up. And she's it's now a 2-1 ball game. A hard shot by Tessa Martinez. And comes up right in front of the net. And Nadia Gallegos and Sonia Quintana both go up for it. And Sonia wins the battle. 2-2 ball game. Here comes Adriana Rodriguez with the serve. Nieto up to the front. Nadia Gallegos, and I don't think she ever got it over, but she was going up against Sonia Quintana, so either Quintana blocked it or it hit the tape, and it was 4 hits. But Nadia not successful again. So with Sonia up at the net, she's driving Nadia crazy. Nadia has to play it all the way from the back court, and Tessa Martinez easily finds the open court. 3-3 ball game.
Not a great hard hit there, but Martinez just picked a perfect angle and snuck it in on the far side.
So so this is Sonia Quintana serving. And the Hilltoppers, another campfire. Hilltoppers admiring the ball again. That was a nice little push that you put across there, Sonia.
That was pretty. That was pretty.
Tessa,
Look at that. You don't want to mess with that.
I'm surprised they didn't go under the net and congratulate Tessa on a great on a great shot. Abby Leckel down the left sideline. Sonia Quintana picks it up, played from the back court, and by Adrian Rodriguez right there. Solyn Tellez for the block.
Solyn having herself a nice match here. Had a nice second set there and a very, very nice block.
Yeah, 4-4 ball game, and Bella Aguilar serving for Los Alamos. Going to come up, and Annika Uriosti pops it across. The Hilltoppers play it from the 10-foot line. We almost had another campfire. Here comes Annika Uriosti. Great save that time by Abby Leckel. As she gets it over to Solien Telyez. All Solien can do is just push it over, comes back across the Hilltoppers. Abby Leckel, hard shot, right off of Tessa Martinez.
Abby using the block very well there to her advantage, gets the angle. That one goes up in the bleachers. And Abby doesn't do that all that often, so you kind of forget that she's capable of that, but she's actually very good once she gets dialed in.
Oh, absolutely. And so Abby again, this time she takes all kinds of stuff off of it, and it drops into the open court. Hilltoppers go up 6-4. When I was talking to Joe Palmer after one of the ball games, he told me that Abby Leckel had the highest volleyball IQ that he knew of. And there's an ace by Bella Aguilar. And that makes it now 7-4.
A good start here for the Hilltoppers in this third set, and that's what they need. They need a fast start, and they need to punch Yale Kits in the mouth.
Now they do.
And often.
They really do. Bella Aguilar picked up by Chantel Molina, and Annika Uriosti has to play it from the back line. Bella, it hits the ceiling, and now the Hilltoppers, are they going to get it across? Yes, they do. Unbelievable. And so now Pojoaque just trying to push it across. Abby Leckel down to Chantel. And it's going to come up to Abby again. Abby, well, I thought it was going to drop in. Here comes Annika Uriosti. Hard shot. Right there to play it is Anna Kirkland. Abby Leckel again pushes it across. High set. Annika Uriosti. And she was like a mile out of bounds when she hit that. They're going to set up Tessa Martinez. Hard shot by Tessa. Right there is Anna Kirkland. Comes to Abby Leckel again. Abby brings it over into the corner, going to the floor to pick it up. Adriana Rodriguez across to Bella Aguilar. Up to Hill. Solien Telyez. Hard shot by Solien. And it was touched. Went long, but it was touched. Now it makes it now 8-4.
Holy moly. Crazy sequence
Oh,
there. Did you see that pinball up there?
Yes.
off of the rafters and the basket and everything? Gee whiz.
Yeah. So a perfect set for Solien Telyez, and she goes into the net as the Hilltoppers brought it across, and the Pojoaque defense bumped it right up to the top of the net. And Solien Telyez trying to take advantage of that. She goes right into the net. 5-8. Comes to Bree Nieto. Hilltoppers up to Abby Leckel again. Dug out by Annika Uriosti. Comes up to the front. Annika will take the shot. Bella Aguilar up to Abby Leckel. So until one moon ball after another. And so from the 10-foot line, and this is in as Los Alamos lets it go by Annika Uriosti. And they just let it go in, drop in. 6-8. And so now serving is Brianna Johnson for Pojoaque. Bree Nieto picks it up, gets it up to the front. Here comes Abby Leckel. She almost finds the open corner, but a great dig that time by Adriana Rodriguez. Up to the front it comes again. Here comes Abby again. Takes a lot off of it. Going to be a quick push across this time, and we're going to have a carry, and that's going to be called against the Pojoaque Larissa Rodriguez. I'm not sure where they're getting these carry calls.
Yeah, that was borderline at best.
So it's 9-6, and Abby Leckel serving here in set 3. Hilltoppers down 2-0 to Pojoaque. And boy, there's a double block at the net as Solien Telyez, Michelle Macias, as Annika Uriosti decided to challenge the two of them. It was no contest. Abby Leckel serving now at 10-6 here in set 3. Hilltoppers dialed in a lot better in this set so far. Annika Uriosti pushes it across. Angelina Pasalacqua, and Abby Leckel has to play it from the 10-foot line, which she does. And so a little push across by Pojoaque, this time by Larissa Rodriguez. Abby plays it from the 10-foot line again. Going to come up. Annika Uriosti, hard shot. Bri Nieto right there for Los Alamos. So Lynn Tellez has her shot blocked. She just sticks her hand out, and Hilltopper's able to save it back. So all she did was just stick her hand out, knocked it up in the air, and then it bounced just wild. Hilltopper's able to chase it down, and then they had an opportunity to bump it across from the back court, and they bumped it wide. 7-10. Annika Uriosti will serve. And
Joe Rodriguez is,
I don't know what was that about.
Upset about something. I have no idea what.
Yeah. So.
And they're going to call one of the toppers in the net. This one, actually, I think is the correct call.
So Lynn Tellez called for in the net. I don't know.
I don't know if it's Lynn, but I think somebody clipped the net on the way up. So 10-8, but I have no idea what was happening there with the serve.
Yeah, I don't either. Now Michelle Macias fires one down for Los Alamos and makes it now 11-8. And into the ball game comes Nadia Gallegos. She will go to the front line with Angelina Pasalacqua and Michelle Macias. The backcourt is Labby Leckel and Bella Aguilar, served by Bri Nieto. And brought across by Adriana Rodriguez. Here comes the shot by Nadia. She didn't put a lot on it. Pojoaque plays it easily. Comes up to Nadia again. Now to Michelle Macias. And Michelle Macias with the open court for Los Alamos. And that makes it 12-8. And Bri Nieto serving for Los Alamos.
A couple of big straight points there for Michelle, who's swung very well in this game, but doesn't have a lot to show for it. Just up until that last couple of swings, just has not been able to get it around the Pojoaque defense.
So Taylor Quintana got the bump up from the back. She was supposed to set Larissa Rodriguez. She tried to pull a sneaky beaky and push it across, and she shoves it into the net. So the Hilltoppers now lead 13-8. Comes to Nadia. Nadia just whacks it off of, let's see, this time, well, it wasn't her favorite target. This was Brianna Johnson. And the Hilltoppers lead 14-8, and Joe Rodriguez wants a timeout. So the Hilltoppers bouncing back in this one after they lost the first one 25-22 and they had to rally like crazy to get it back to 3. And then in the second set, which was just, neck and neck and neck and neck. And then the Hilltoppers sitting there with, I think it was 22-21, and the Hilltoppers scored the point. And then 30 seconds after they scored the point, the official decided somebody from Los Alamos was in the net. So they reversed the points. So Pojoaque went up by 1. Los Alamos went down by 1. So a 2-point swing, and then then Pojoaque was able to finally win it 26-24. But that call reversal on that point by Los Alamos cost Los Alamos a set. There isn't any question about it. So Bri Nieto now will serve at 14-8 in set 3. Pojoaque took the first two sets, 25-21, 26-24. Now here comes Bri. Will serve for Los Alamos. Dug out in the backcourt by Brianna Johnson. A little push across. Hilltoppers get it over to. I don't know how they got that back across, but we thank Bella Aguilar for that. And then they set up Adriana Rodriguez. She decides that she's going to challenge Angelina Pasalacqua and Nadia Gallegos. No contest. 15-8, Bri Nieto. Nice serve by Bri. Annika Uriosti picks it up. Annika will have to play it from the back court. They're going to bring it up to the front to Michelle Macias. She bumps it into the back court. Picked up there. They're going to set up on the front. And just pushing it across this time is Adriana Rodriguez. And Nadia Gallegos looking for the open court. Can't find it. Right now, nobody's spiking. Everybody's playing that's a soft game. Now a spike by Michelle Macias, picked up by Pojoaque. They bring it across. Bri Nieto will bring it up to the front. Nadia Gallegos, whoa! Wide open court. Wow, and she found it. No question. I mean, Nadia went up, and you could just see, she just looked down at that court, and it was wide open in the middle. 16-8, the Hilltoppers. Up by 8. Nieto serving. Annika Uriosti picks it up. Annika comes back to Annika. She has to play it from the back court again. And so Hilltoppers can't return it. That makes it 9-16. And Chantel Molina will serve. Abby Leckel picks it up in the backcourt, up to Nadia Gallegos. She takes a little two-hand push across. Adriana Rodriguez gets the set and picked up by Nieto. Nadia Gallegos down the right sideline. And let's see if they're going to find somebody in the net. That's the exact same thing that happened before. 17-9. Angelina Pasalacqua. She will serve. Up by 8. Here in set 3. Into the net. And that's something Angelina never does. But she's done it twice today.
Yeah, very unusual for Angelina to have any problems back there. But that one goes straight into the net. Toppers still with a sizable lead, but they want to keep this cushion as much as possible, and that's not good. And with nice block there at the net by Sonia Quintana.
Well, they're calling 2 hits against Los Alamos.
Well,
Angelina Pasalacqua, the captain, going over to talk to him.
So what they're arguing is that Nadia was attempting to block it, which she did, but it went into the net, and then it hit her again. So I don't think Angelina's going to win this argument.
Probably not. Here comes Angelina again after talking to Joe Palmer.
So basically, this is an argument between Joe and the chair official, and Angelina's stuck in the middle. It's like, one of those middle school boyfriend-girlfriend conflicts, and the friend in the middle's going to be the one that gives all the bad news.
So the serve comes over. They get it up to Nadia Gallegos. She pushes it straight down for the point, makes it 18-11. And what's interesting, Mike, is that Angelina Pasalacqua, she's only a sophomore, but she's one of the leaders of this team. And now Anna Kirkland comes into the ballgame for Los Alamos to serve at 18-11. Comes up to the front once again, and Sonia Quintana, just a little soft shot. Abby Leckel right on the right side of the court. Beautiful shot by Abby Leckel. She went on the left side of the net, brought it all the way across to the right side. 8-point lead for Los Alamos. 19-11. Here comes Anna Kirkland. Chantel Molina, that's not going to be returned. That's an ace. An ace from Anna Kirkland, and it makes it 22-11. 9-point lead for Los Alamos here in set 3. So Anna ready to serve. This one, Chantel Molina picks it up. They bring it up to the front. Sonia Quintana, hard shot. Nieto right there for Los Alamos. Abby Leckel gets it. Takes all kinds of stuff off of it. Drops it into the wide open court, right in the middle of the court. 21-11, 10-point lead for Los Alamos here in set 3. Anna Kirkland still serving for the Toppers. Barely clears the net, comes up to the front. They're going to, and they set up Tessa Martinez, Callie Goda, and Nadia Gallegos. I mean, they made it look easy. Wow. I mean, what a textbook block. Unbelievable. 22-11. Adriana Rodriguez. She tries to go up against Nadia and Abby Leckel, and no dice. Makes it now 23-11. Joe Rodriguez wants a timeout, but it's time for Pojoaque to take the victory formation.
Yeah. I think they just want to take a knee and maybe reset here. I'm a little surprised Joe even bothering to take that timeout.
Well, yes.
they're not going to come back from 12 points, especially not the way they're playing. I think maybe that's what he's concerned about. It's not even the point spread right now. It's just the Elcats aren't even being competitive at this point.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So I'm sure he's well aware that if the Toppers get momentum, they are capable of making a comeback. Yeah, and as we've said, it's going to be a tall order, but if the Toppers are feeling good about themselves after this set, going into set 4, that eases the tension a little bit.
Oh, yes, it absolutely does. And so Anna Kirkland serving at 23-11. Hilltoppers 2 points away from set 3. And Anna, nice serve, picked up by Annika Uriosti. And then once again, Tessa Martinez just dinks it across. Abby Leckel has it blocked, and then Abby just pushes it right back across. Blocked her, and then she just took it straight back. And so I think they're going to call Sonia Quintana in the net, I do believe. Or are they not?
I think they're calling one of the Toppers in the net.
Yeah, they are. It looks that way. Point going up on the board for the yellow card is going to go to Joe Palmer, I do believe.
I believe you're correct, yes.
Yes, it does.
And
the yellow card, I don't know who's... Well, I think Joe Palmer's getting it. Everybody's waving a yellow card. If I had one, I'd take it out and wave it.
You might as well.
I mean everybody else is.
That's what all the cool kids are doing right now. So, but yellow card issued to the Topper bench, and I believe that was directly aimed at Joe Palmer.
And so the serve is long by Chantel Molina. And now the Hilltoppers come to set point. At 24-12, a 12-point lead for Los Alamos. And Nadia Gallegos will serve for Los Alamos. Played by Annika Uriosti. Comes back to Annika. Hard shot by Annika. Blocked at the net. Played well by the Hilltoppers. Brought across by Angelina Pasalacqua. Here comes Tessa Martinez. Hard shot by Tessa. Great save for Los Alamos. Can Anna Kirkland get it across? No, she can't. She was almost at the wall, and she was going to have to bump it over her head.
Yeah, blindly, and yeah, she only had about a foot and a half to spare. Just couldn't get quite enough on it. But it was online.
Sonia Quintana with an ace, one of those unfair aces, where it hits the tape and then just drops in. So that makes it now 14-24. Sonia Quintana still serving for Pojoaque, down by 10. Nieto up to the front. Down to Abby Leckel, trying to find the open court. Diving to the floor, Sonia Quintana. Annika Uriosti gets the set. Up to the front, pushed across. And we should have had, oh my God, what are you doing? They called us almost in the net. There wasn't anybody even close to the net. Holy mackerel.
I don't know. I don't know what they're seeing.
I don't either. Sonia Quintana with the serve. Abby Leckel with the return. And it's going to come now to Soledad Seljes. And she tries to push it across. And then pushed across by Taylor Quintana. Here comes Callie Goda. Goda off the back line is finally brought across by Pojoaque. Pojoaque going to set up now Abby Leckel. Oh, hard shot down the left sideline, and the Hilltoppers take set 3. So Abby Leckel for Los Alamos.
What a set for Abby. 5 spike kills in that set, and she's just really having a huge night here against the Elcats, and really came alive in that one when the Toppers needed it. And so I think we got a bit of an interesting situation here now, Gene. The Toppers winning that game by 10 points. So right now, if this match goes to 5 sets, I think the Toppers have a slight advantage in the aggregate points by virtue of a big win in that set.
Yeah.
So still, obviously, still a lot of volleyball to be played here. As John McHale, our friend, great photographer, sitting with us, and he's already predicted 5 sets. So
oh, is that right?
might as well just get comfortable.
Okay.
You might as well just get comfortable.
I know his volleyball intelligence is unbelievable. I mean, analytically, he's never wrong.
No, he is right up there, and
So, we might as well.
I'm not going to argue with him at this point.
We might as well skip to the 5th set.
Yeah, just just give the Toppers the win. Let the Elkettes get a breather, and let's just finish this one off.
Yeah, exactly. So it's Hilltoppers take this one 25-15. As they lost the first set 25-21, lost the second set 26-24, win this one by 10, 25-15. It's interesting. The first game was the first sets were 22-25 and 21-25, both for Pojoaque. Los Alamos won the second set 29-27. Pojoaque wins the set 26-24. 2-point difference there. Hilltoppers win set 3 fairly easily, 25-20, and win it even easier here at 25-15. So we have right now it's Pojoaque up 2-1 on Los Alamos, but the Hilltoppers came back strong in set 3. So,
wow, just we knew this was going to be a shootout.
Yes,
it's the way it always is. So, nobody disappointing. Nadia Gallegos, again, you knew she was going to be a force in this contest. She had 6 spike kills in the first set, came back with 5 more in the second, and in that one she had 4. So she's right on track. Had 2 big block kills there toward the end of the set as well. And boy, I mean, just look at her body language there. She is just tight as a drum, Gene. All the time. If she just loosen up a little bit once in a while.
They should play some music.
Yeah, they really should.
She likes to dance out there.
She likes to dance. I'm sure she's singing underneath her mask right now. She is. She's entertaining.
Yeah, she is.
She is entertaining.
Yeah, she's hilarious. Sweet girl, and unbelievably, really, really nice girl, and. She has a lot of fun. She just has fun all the time.
Yeah, it just great athletic ability, and then she's just so much fun to watch, and that's what this is all about.
So the serve by Angelina Pasalacqua, and the Hilltoppers. Somebody took that across with their foot, and that's legal. Unbelievable. And so it comes now to Sonia Quintana, and she goes into the net. But they spiked that one down. I'm not sure which girl it was. It might have been Angelina Pasalacqua. She stuck her foot out, and that popped it up. That's legal. And so she popped it up, and the Hilltoppers got it up to the front, and the Hilltoppers end up winning the point.
100% legal.
Unbelievable. So a little push across by Pojoaque. Going to set up now Michelle Macias. She just has a little push across. And then Taylor Quintana trying to, right now, just a little dink contest at the net. Finally, Cali Goda pushes it into the backcourt. Nieto gets it to Abby Lecco, or to Michelle Macias. Michelle's shot is returned. There goes Michelle again. They're going to bump it up. I thought they were going to bring it up to the front. And then Sonia Quintana tries to dink it past Nadia Gallegos. Nadia pushes it all the way to the back. Picked up there. Taylor Quintana again. She goes long. But that last play was unbelievable. The Hilltoppers had no chance whatsoever for that ball. It was coming down in the open court, and I'm pretty sure it was Angelina. She just stuck her foot out. The ball then popped up in perfect position for Los Alamos, and so they were able to just play it easily. In fact, it was a great bump up. Sonia Quintana trying to get it over in the corner, and it's going to come up now to Michelle Macias. Her shot blocked by Sonia Quintana, and it's going to be blocked out of bounds. The Hilltoppers now go up 3-0, and Angelina Passalacqua will serve. We are in set 4 right now, and the Hilltoppers leading 3-0. Angelina Passalacqua with the serve, and it's going to come up to the front to this time the Hilltoppers somehow, I don't know how they're getting this back across, but they dive to the floor and bring it across in one shot. And then Pojoaque able to get it back. Hilltoppers get it to Callie Goda, and her shot goes long. That makes it 1-3, and Taylor Quintana will serve.
Toppers with the early edge here in this fourth set, Gene, but a lot of jungle ball on that side of the
Nadia Gallegos, and she finds Adriana Rodriguez and powers it right off of her. 4-1, the Hilltoppers up.
I'm sure Quintana very happy that she decided to pick on somebody else. she's taken a couple of the chops in this contest.
Yes. Anna Kirkland serving for Los Alamos at 4-1. Comes to Sonia Martinez, up to Abby, picked up by Brini Ato. Abby Leckel has her shot blocked at the net. She picks it up quickly herself, and Nadia Gallegos, they're going to call Los Alamos in the net again.
They're going to say Nadia hit the net. That was...
I didn't either. Every call has gone against Los Alamos. Brini Ato up to the front to Abby Leckel. Anna Kirkland pushes it to two-hand push across from the 10-foot line. Hilltoppers now are going to be able to set up Nadia. Nadia right down that right sideline. Boy, a beautiful set that time from Callie Goda. Wow. 5-2 ball game. Hilltoppers up. Now Nadia Gallegos will back to serve. And they're going to have to play it from the backcourt. That is Adriana Rodriguez. Up to the front it comes to Abby Leckel. Leckel puts it too long. And that makes it now 3-5.
Going for the back line, which was wide open, just sailed it just a hair. Goes about 3-4 inches long, but Leckel had the right idea.
Sonia Quintana serving to Brini Ato. Up it comes now to Abby Leckel. Takes a lot off of it. Pojoaque having a lot of trouble with it. They do get it back across. Hilltoppers now going to set up Callie Goda. Callie's shot is blocked partially at the net by Annika Uriosti that comes across to the Hilltoppers to Abby Leckel. Hard shot by Abby as it goes off at Tessa Martinez into the open court. And here comes Bella Aguilar. She'll replace Callie Goda, and she'll serve. Serving at 6-3, the front line for Los Alamos. Solin Tellez, Angelina Passalacqua, and Abby Leckel. Bella serving. Nice serve. Wow. And picked up by Pojoaque. Trying to push it across is Annika Uriosti. Pushes it right into the net.
And Uriosti had an open court. Really didn't have much of a block in front of her.
Pojoaque's not being very aggressive at the net.
A little surprising because she's been putting those away most of this match.
So it comes back to, after the serve comes back to Brini Ato and Abby Leckel with a hard shot. Annika Uriosti has her shot blocked partially by Angelina Passalacqua, and it falls into the open area of the topper court. That makes it now 4-7. And coming into serve is Brianna Johnson. We're in set 4. Angelina Passalacqua. Well, now we have a carry called against Pojoaque. So into the ball game comes Michelle Macias. She replaces Callie Goda. And Abby Leckel goes behind the line to serve for Los Alamos. The front line is Solin Tellez, Michelle Macias, and Angelina Passalacqua. Hard shot, Brini Ato right there for Los Alamos to pick it up. Michelle Macias looking for the open court. And that's quickly bumped it back across by Pojoaque. Abby Leckel, wide open court for Abby. And boy, Abby Leckel found the open court, no question about it. She went up, and Joe Rodriguez wants another timeout as the Hilltoppers come out on fire here in set 4.
Looking very, very solid. Toppers doing a lot of good things. One of the things they're doing is they're mixing up the speed of their hits, and that's kind of got the Milwaukee defense back on its heels. But on the other side, as you pointed out, Gene, the Elkettes have just completely gotten away from their offense. It was working so well in the first 2 sets, and they're just trying to small ball everything, and they're having zero success with it right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything is small ball, and I hardly see anybody hitting it hard anymore. All they're trying to do is all dink it in.
And the problem the Elkettes have right now, they have a very small lineup there on the floor. Other than Udioste, there's really nobody height-wise that can match anything close. And this is not even the Toppers' biggest front line, but they really don't have anybody that matches up very well.
Yeah, we have Solène Teliez, Michelle Macias, and Angelina Paclalacqua. Serving is Abby Leckel. And it'll be played from the 10-foot line this time by the Hilltoppers. They get it. Is that? Oh, okay. I said at first I thought that was in as it went long, and is touched by Pojoaque. So the Hilltoppers get the point, makes it now 10-4. Abby Leckel takes a lot off on the serve, and dinking it across once again is Taylor Quintana, and Michelle Macias says, "Okay, I can do that." And so Chantel Molina bumps it all the way up to the front, and Angelina Paclalacqua, the 5'9" sophomore, who normally her specialty is setting, she just pushed it down into the open court. 11-4, the Hilltoppers lead here in set 4. I'm going to come up to the Hilltoppers, up to Michelle Macias. Macias has her shot blocked. She's able to recover and grab a hold of it. It comes to Abby Leckel. Leckel brings it across. Annika Uriosti, dug out by Bella Aguilar, over to Angelina Paclalacqua. Michelle Macias gets it across. And Pojoaque, all they can do is backward bump it. Comes up to the front to Solène Teliez, and she puts it in the Sullivan Field parking lot. So the makes it now 5-11. And serving is Taylor Quintana. Comes to Brie Nieto. And Brie bumps it all the way up to the bottom of the net. That's not what you want to do. Annika Uriosti serving. Serving at 6-11. Nice serve. Brie Nieto, nice dig out. Over now to Michelle Macias. Michelle, just a little soft shot by Michelle. A dink by Pojoaque. Comes to Michelle again. She takes the dink. Comes up to the front. And so Adriana Rodriguez takes all kinds of things off of it and pushes it through the double block of Abby Leckel and Angelina Paclalacqua. And it just falls to the net. There wasn't anything on it. And they were expecting the block. 7-11, and now Joe Palmer wants a timeout. So the Hilltoppers started off pretty strong, but after the timeout by Joe Rodriguez, the Pojoaque has been able to close it up by a couple of points. And now Joe Palmer wants to talk to his girls and see what they can come up with. But the Hilltoppers up by 4 here in this. You got something?
Yeah, it's so Gene. Looking at the tiebreaker as it stands right this second, in aggregate points, the Toppers are plus 13 over the Elkettes, mostly on the strength of that last set that they won by 10 points. So if the Toppers can hang on and win this set by a decent cushion, that might end up clinching the district title for them, regardless of how the 5th set ends up.
Well,
so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Still a long way to go, and
yes,
and the Elkettes aren't going anywhere. But
no, they're not. Annika Uriosti now comes up to Taylor Quintana.
Whoa.
Quintana's shot was going to go way long. Brie Nieto dives for it, gets a hand on it. That makes it now 8-11. So the Hilltoppers need to settle down. Front line. So the intel is Angelina Pasalacqua, Michelle Macias. Serving, Annika Uriosti. Briniato picks it up to Michelle Macias. Macias goes long. Makes it 9-11. The Hilltoppers handing it over to the L-Cats right now. 9-11. Annika Uriosti, very, very small front line for Pojoaque. Comes up to the front to Angelina Pasalacqua. We should have 2 hits on this one, and we do. So Pojoaque, they tried to push it across the net. They didn't go across the net. It just came right back to the same girl. So she tried it again. She gets called for the double hit. Actually, they called her for the carry, but they could have called her for either one. Now it's 12-9. Taylor Quintana, or Adrian Rigas plays it from that line. And down the right sideline goes Nadia Gallegos. Taylor Quintana brings it across. Or let me correct that. That's Adriana Rodriguez. I get Adriana and Taylor mixed up here. And now it's 10-12. And serving will be Chantel Molina. Picked up in the back by Bella Aguilar. Up to Michelle Macias. Macias just pushes it across to the 10-foot line. And then same thing now by Pojoaque. Everybody playing small ball. And there's a hard shot by Nadia Gallegos, picked up by Annika Uriosti. Adriana Rigas brings it across. Angelina Pasalacqua sets up. Nadia is picked up by Adriana. Rodriguez brings it across. That's going to be in.
Holy moly.
Barely catches the line.
He just caught the line. Adriana Rodriguez for the L-Cats has been an absolute thorn in the side of the Toppers this entire night, Gene. Not very big, but, she's placing everything very, very well, and the Toppers just haven't figured her out yet.
So the Briniato brings it up right to the net for a nice set by Pojoaque. Hilltoppers able to recover. They get it now to Sonia Quintana. Labby Leckel picks up her hard shot. Nadia Gallegos, and she whacks it right smack into Annika Uriosti, who went down, and her bump came all the way up to the top of the net, and I believe that was Nadia that knocked it down. Makes it 13-11. Angelina Pasalacqua serving up by 2 here in set 4. So Hilltoppers need to get back on track, and Angelina once again in the net. You never, ever see that. That I don't understand at all, and that's the 3rd net cert she's had tonight, and she never net serves.
Very, very unusual from Angelina.
Here comes Taylor Quintana at 12-13. Comes to Briniato, up to Natalie Gallegos. She pushes it across. Pojoaque can't return it. Makes it now 14-12 to Hilltoppers. Here comes Anna Kirkland. She'll come in to serve for Los Alamos. Up by 2. Set 4. A set the Hilltoppers need to win. So the serve by Anna, they have to play it from the 10-foot line. Comes to Briniato, up to Nadia Gallegos. Nadia she picks out her favorite target, Taylor Quintana. Takes it right at her, and Taylor can't do anything about it. So Anna Kirkland will serve for Los Alamos. Serving at 15-12. Nice serve comes to Chantel Molina. Up to the front. Tessa Martinez just pushes it across. Hilltoppers going to get it now to Callie Goda. Goda takes it off of Annika Uriosti. Uriosti has to play it from the back court. Angelina Pasalacqua sets up Nadia Gallegos, and Nadia is able to just push a little soft shot, and that one right off of Annika Uriosti, not off the top Taylor Quintana. So her target was Taylor again, but not intentionally. 16-12, and that goes long. Can't stand prosperity. The service here to the Los Alamos has cost us a number of points. And here comes now Adriana Rodriguez. Comes up to Briniato. Briniato up to Nadia. Nadia looking for the open court on the right side. Annika Uriosti. Uriosti puts it down the left side of the court. And Angelina Pasalacqua diving for it. Loses it out of bounds. 14-16. I'm serving still, is Adriana Rodriguez. Nieto picks it up for the Hilltoppers. Up to the front. Abby Leckel. Hard shot by Abby. Blocked by Tessa Martinez. And Pojoaque, they run into a campfire. So I guess they were ready for s'mores. And so they set things up. Hilltoppers now lead 17-14. Nadia Gallegos will serve the front line for the Hilltoppers. Callie Goda, Solien Telyez, and Abby Leckel. Hard shot this time, and I don't think that went over. It didn't.
No,
that was Sonia Quintana. Never got it over the net.
No, and a pretty good set there.
Yeah, 4 hits.
So Quintana just must have mishit it, but that was a good pass. And
yes, it was.
We have a timeout on the floor.
Yeah.
I think it was Joe Rodriguez took it again.
Yeah,
so 18-14 here. And interestingly enough, Gene, it seems like the Toppers have absolutely dominated this set up to this point. And, just, like a minute ago, it was a 2-point game. So this is obviously just not, nothing's coming easily. Toppers got the big win in the third set, but still a little bit up in the air here in the fourth set. But we already know this is going to 5 sets. I don't even know why.
Yeah,
I don't even know if we're playing this fifth one.
Yeah, there's no need for any speculation, at least. It makes that easy. So it's now 18-14, and Nadia Gallegos serving for Los Alamos. The front line for the Hilltoppers, Callie Goda, Solin Telyez, and Abby Leckel. The backcourt is Angelina Pasalacqua and Anna Kirkland. Up to the front, Annika Uriosti. Long shot is long. Whoa! And Pojoaque saying it was touched. The officials are saying, well, I don't know. If we have we're going to talk now over to the lines girl on that side and see. I think she signaled a touch. I'm pretty sure she did.
Well, we're going to say she's absolutely saying it was touched. Agrees.
Have the set. Abby Leckel takes a lot off of it. And now they're going to set up Annika Uriosti. And she goes what? No, they're going to say it was in.
Oh, boy.
Whoa.
Oh, boy. I don't know, Gene. It was close, but I don't think it caught the line.
I don't think it did either. That wasn't in.
Oh, boy.
I mean, that was not in. So 16-19. We've had some strange calls in this contest.
Very, very interesting calls.
Serving is Brianna Johnson, serving at 16-19. That's another big point reversal for the Hilltoppers, as it picked up by Anna Kirkland. Kirkland up to Solien Telyez, and Solien gets it across. Boy, a great dig out for Pojoaque. I thought that was in for sure. But boy, credit. And that's on the line. And a hard shot that time by Solien Telyez. But boy, you really got to credit that time Brianna Johnson for the save on that hit by the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, I have no idea how she picked that up.
I don't either. 20-16. Abby Leckel serving for Los Alamos. Barely clears the net. Going to come up to the front. Sonia Quintana. Nieto picks it up in the back. Over to Michelle Macias. Whoa. And it's going to go. And it's a touch. The lines girl calls a touch. And I wondered if it had been touched. They came down that line. I thought maybe it might have. And the lines girl signals touch. So it makes it 21-16. Abby Leckel serving. And she just barely goes out. I don't know why we just don't serve regular and quit. We're trying to hit the sidelines.
Toppers have been a little bit too cute a couple of times.
Yeah, they have.
Cost them. But yeah, exactly. Just put it, at this point in the game. Well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Annika, for giving that one back. But at this point in the game, just put it in the middle of the court and play it.
Yes.
Don't mess around.
Well, yeah. I mean, 22-17, 5-point lead for Los Alamos here in set 4. Nieto serving, going to come up to the net. And right there is Nadia Gallegos. A great set from Pojoaque. And Nadia should go under the net and give a couple of them a couple of high fives. They set that up perfectly. 23-17, 6-point lead for Los Alamos. Nieto, beautiful serve. going to come up now over to Larissa Rodriguez. Nadia Gallegos takes it off of Adriana Rodriguez. Back from Pojoaque. Over to Nadia again. She's looking for the open court. Can't find it. And Adriana Rodriguez has her shot blocked by Nadia Gallegos. And we're at set point in set 4.
Wow.
And I think if the Hilltoppers take this set, they may take the district championship.
If they win this point, I believe they have clinched the tiebreaker.
I think they have too, because they were saying that Pojoaque had to win this in 4 sets. The shot goes long by Adriana Rodriguez, and I thought I had read that Pojoaque's only chance was to win this in 4 sets. But we'll see. But Hilltoppers take sets number 3 and 4, and they take this one easily. So they lost the first set 25-21. Boy, right down to the wire in set 2. They lost 26-24. Easily win set 3, 25-15. Easily win set 4, 25-17. And here we go into set 5, where the Hilltoppers, we will play only 2:15. So we're coming right down. So here it goes, Mike. 5 sets in Pojoaque, 5 sets here today.
Not much surprise there, but just how this has gone down. Boy, the Toppers got gut bunched there at the end of the second set.
Yes.
And really, I mean, regardless of how this 5th set goes, Gene, you got to hand it the Hilltoppers. They could have packed it in at that point.
Oh, absolutely. Down 2 sets.
Down 2 sets to a very, very good team that doesn't give up a whole lot of sets. But to come back and to score 2 decisive victories in set 3 and set 4, just that says a lot about this program, says a lot about these girls, and says a lot about their coach. So, Gene, as it sits right now, and mathematically, I have been incorrect once or twice in my life.
I can't believe that.
It was crazy.
I don't ever recall that happening.
I was trying to figure out this black hole physics thing. I was a little bit on whatever,
Right.
Long story. Anyway, as it stands right now, the Toppers have an aggregate score over the Elcats of plus 17.
Wow. Okay.
So the Toppers have clinched.
So even if Pojoaque wins this at 15 to nothing.
15 to nothing, the Toppers will pull it out.
Yeah.
But wow, what a
comeback. And the thing, Mike, is though, I'm sorry to say, boy, but I mean the first 2 sets, Pojoaque was pretty aggressive. The 3rd and 4th sets, the aggression just went away. There were no spikes, no nothing.
That was very surprising. I guess the 3rd set didn't surprise me so much. The Elcats obviously just relaxing a little bit at that point after going up 2 to nothing. But the problem when you do that is that you're risking not getting back on track for the rest of the contest. That's a little bit of a tricky situation to be in, and I think that's what we've seen. The Elcats really, outside of just 1 or 2 little spurts there in that 4th set, really just didn't get a whole lot going either.
Well, they've been the big girls, Sonia Quintana, Tessa Martinez. Tessa was really active in the first set. And now when they set Sonia or Tessa, it's either a dink or a soft shot. And so Pojoaque will serve here in set 5. Now the Hilltoppers start things off with Nadia Gallegos and Marcel Macias and Angelina Pasalacqua on the front line. In the backcourt is Abby Leckel and Callie Goda, along with Brini Ato. And serving for Pojoaque is Taylor Quintana. 15. This game will go to 15. But we do believe that even if Los Alamos loses this set, they will be the district champions since the 2 teams are tied for first. But Hilltoppers should take the tiebreaker. But it's been a crazy night, however. Brini Ato picks it up over to Nadia Gallegos. Nadia, whoa! Her favorite contact, her favorite target. Taylor Quintana.
Wow. That was an absolute missile from Nadia.
Boy, was that ever. So now Michelle Macias comes out of the ball game. Angelina Pasalaco goes to the front line. Serving is Anna Kirkland. Well, now they move Abby up in the front line. Little confusion back there. Bumped across by Pojoaque. That comes now up to Nadia. Nadia, and is touched by Annika Uriosti. And that little lines girl down there is pretty sharp.
Yeah, she's been all over. That wasn't the one we had earlier, but she's been all over it. And boy, start this set, Nadia just crushes 2 balls.
Yeah, she does. So they have to play it from the backcourt. Tessa Martinez going to come up to Nadia again, and Nadia just looking for who? Taylor Quintana.
So she's having a rough night.
Yeah, Nadia's making it a rough night for her. 3-0 ball game. Los Alamos up here in set 5. Anna Kirkland still serving for Los Alamos. Front line, Abby Leckel, Nadia Gallegos, Callie Goda. Anna's serve dumped up to the front. Dink across once again by Taylor Quintana. Nadia pushes it down. Shoves it right into Sonia Quintana, and Quintana can't do anything about it. And once again, Mike, the second set or the second shot turns out to be another dink instead of a set.
Exactly.
Anna Kirkland serving at 4-0. And nice shot by Sonia Quintana. Finds the corner. And so now dropping back to serve is Adriana Rodriguez, serving at 1-4.
But, when the Elcats have done that, have set up their offense, they're still, even with the toppers blocking very well, they're still finding some success, but it's just too little too late at this point.
So the serve comes across to Angelina Pasalacqua. She bumps it up to Callie Goda. Galli bumps it up to Nadia Gallegos. Nadia puts it down for the point.
Was there any question where they were going with that ball?
Yeah, I know it. So, and once again, Tessa Martinez decides to try to dink it, and it's blocked by Solian Tellez. So Tessa, who was whacking the stuffing out of the ball, if there was stuffing in it, I'm telling you, she was just going crazy in that first set. And right now she gets a beautiful set. And what she tries to do is to dink it across against Solian Tellez. And Solian just standing there waiting for it. 6-1, Los Alamos up. Nadia Gallegos is serving. The front line for the Hilltoppers, like I say, is Callie Goda. Solian Tellez, Abby Leckel. The backcourt is Angelina Pasalacqua, Anna Kirkland. And serving will be Nadia Gallegos.
And showing off her dance moves again.
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable. They're playing the music, and she's back there dancing, ready to serve. Across it comes. They're going to set up now. Abby Leckel. Beautiful shot by Abby. Nothing but open court for Abby Leckel. And the Hilltoppers take a 7-1 lead.
Oh, actually, we've still got music pumping through the speakers. There shouldn't be.
No, there shouldn't be
happening. But
Monica Uriosti. And she puts it down for Pojoaque, makes it now 2-7. And Sonia Quintana will go back to serve for Pojoaque, down by 5 here in set 5.
A gutsy effort here by Annika tonight. She is.
Yes.
She's really done all she could, and had some success early, but has slowed down a little bit. But she has toughed it out.
Yeah, she has. Here comes Abby Leckel trying to find the open court. Can't. And once again, they try to dink it. Instead of setting it, they try to dink it over. I don't understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they had Tessa Martinez wide open for the set.
She was very well set up. And the Toppers, I'm not sure we're going to be able to get a block over there in time. But, again, trying to play small ball, and it doesn't work out.
No, and so now Bella Aguilar serving, blocked at the net. and then popped across by Solin Telyez. Annika Uriosti goes to Brinieto, up to Solin. Solin takes all kinds of stuff on it. Pojoaque just barely gets it back across. Here comes Solin again. This one's blocked at the net. And they do get it back across somehow. I don't know how they did that. But now it's going to come to Abby Leckel. Leckel's shot is blocked. Abby picks up the block. Solin Telyez brings it down into the open court. Another dink by Pojoaque, picked up by Los Alamos. Abby Leckel, hard shot, picked up by Adriana Rodriguez on the back line. There's a battle at the net at this time between Annika Uriosti and Solin Telyez. Solin wins that one, and now Solin goes long, and they say it's touched. And the Lions girls agrees it is touched.
Yeah, it absolutely was touched at the net. So, a nice play there by Solin. Fine night for her as well. Her and Abby have just been solid up at the front. And
yes, they certainly have.
And really have been kind of the difference in this ball game. Obviously, Nadia's doing what she does, but she's had plenty of support over this entire ball game.
No, Brianna Johnson will serve as a Hilltopper, serve it into the net. Abby Leckel, hard shot, partially blocked. Now they are going to set up Annika Uriosti, and she finds the open court down the left sideline. That makes it 4-9. And I think on the next rotation, Nadia Gallegos will come back into the ball game. But right now, serving is Taylor Quintana. Comes now to Bella Aguilar, and they set up Abby Leckel. Hard shot by Abby, no return. Wow. And she just fired it right off of Adriana Rodriguez. 10-4. And here comes Abby Leckel to drop back behind the sideline, behind the service line. Michelle Macias comes into the ball game. She goes to the front line. She's up there with Solin Telyez and Angelina Pasalacqua. But the serve, it comes back to Hilltopper, return it to Abby Leckel. Leckel's hard shot right to the back line, picked up by the libero. Annika Uriosti finds the open court. Brinieto dives to the floor, digs it out, but her return goes wide. And now Joe Palmer wants a timeout. It's 10-5. Hilltoppers up by 5 with 5 more points to go for the Hilltoppers. And Joe Palmer doesn't want his girls to slow it up at all.
No, he doesn't. You know, they smell a huge comeback. 2-0 comeback here. And even if you win, you don't want to win this on the tiebreaker. If you can just win it outright,
no,
and
you
the Toppers right on the cusp of doing that, and it just again it was amazing. Toppers down 2-0 to a very, very tough opponent, and have battled back and are 5 points away from winning this district title outright. And like we were saying, a little unfortunate there's no district tournament. I'd love to see these two teams again battle it out with more on the line, but not going to happen this year, unfortunately. But wow, just what an effort by the Toppers. The
last couple of years they played each other 3 times. Comes to Bella Aguilar as Annika Uriosti serving. And Michelle Macias, nice spurt, dug out by Pojoaque. They're going to set up Taylor Quintana. She dinks it. And now the Hilltoppers dink it back across by Angelina Pasalacqua. A dink by Taylor Quintana. Hilltoppers set up Michelle Macias. She pushes it toward the back line. Picked up there by the libero. Comes now to Taylor Quintana. Her shot blocked by Angelina Pasalacqua. And they're going to get her for double hit or 4 hits.
That never went over the over the net. So wow. Teams battling it tooth and nail to the end.
Yes, absolutely. 11-5. Taylor Quintana. Brinieto picks it up. Nadia Gallegos back in the ballgame for Los Alamos. Her hard shot, and it's going to come up to the front. And once again, Pojoaque trying to, on the second hit, trying to dink it across. And they dink it into the net. I don't know what they're doing.
It makes no sense. They've had almost no success with it.
Well, the first two sets, they were very, very aggressive. And they haven't been aggressive at all ever since then. Here comes Nadia Gallegos. Whoa!
Wow.
Wow! Down that right sideline. Whoa, nothing. I mean, nothing but court. And she just found that open sideline and pushed it down. The Hilltoppers 2 points away from the match. Brini Eto serving for Los Alamos. Comes up to the front. Taylor Quintana, one of the shortest girls on the floor, is playing it. Nadia Gallegos, and no return. And now we have come to match points. 14-5. Hilltoppers. Brini Eto will serve the front line. Angelina Pasalacqua, Michelle Macias, and Nadia Gallegos. Here comes Bree's serve. This one is picked up. Taylor Quintana dinks it back across, up to the front. Here comes Nadia Gallegos, and it's all over as Nadia Gallegos piles it right down the right sideline for the win. Beautiful, beautiful shot by Nadia. A great set coming from the Hilltoppers, and it's a 15-5 as the Hilltoppers, who are down 2-0, as Mike pointed out, and coming back from 2 sets down against a very, very tough, and I mean tough, Pojoaque volleyball team and volleyball program, and the Hilltoppers come back to win the district championship outright. Unbelievable. Boy, I've been telling you, and what a finish. What a finish. Well, I tell you, that last shot by Nadia, I mean, that was just, I mean, it was just unbelievable. Hey, John.
Yeah, absolutely. Just fantastic finish there by
Joe Palmer.
by the Toppers, and wow, just incredible comeback there, down 2-0, and really on the ropes, and really they were. You looked at the body language of the top, except for Nadia. You looked at the body language of the Toppers, and they were reeling going into that third set.
Oh, absolutely.
And it looked like the Elkettes might close them out early, which in the history between these two teams, you almost never see that.
No.
And the Elkettes right on the cusp, but the Toppers, when it was gut check time, they 100% answered the call and got things back, did exactly what they needed to do, got the ball up front to Nadia, got a lot of support there from Abby Leckel, who had probably the match of her season, maybe the match of her career tonight.
Yes, unbelievable. Abby, I mean, my God. Boy, they put her on the front line tonight. And, that's really, really different. And she has not played the front line all season long. She's been in that backcourt and serving and doing a great job back there. But for some reason, Joe Palmer decided to move her up to the front line.
Well, that paid off dividends tonight, especially in the latter part of this contest. So Toppers win set 3 easily, and never let up in set 4. And the Elkettes in set 4 had a couple of chances to make a move back on the Toppers. That was the set the Elkettes absolutely needed to win, but the Toppers answered a couple of rallies there by the Elkettes and just were able to keep them at arm's length. And on the other side there for the Elkettes, Gene, they could do no wrong in those first 2 sets.
No, nothing.
Their offense was spot on. Their defense was spot on. And like I said, they were right on the cusp of running away with this thing, and then completely got away from that. Just inexplicably. They were getting all kinds of great hits from Annika Urioste. Sonia Quintana was getting in on the mix. Even Adriana Rodriguez, the 5'3" defensive specialist, boy, she was just a pain in the butt tonight for the Toppers. But they were getting a lot of people into the mix, a lot of people in the offensive mix. They were hitting hard and they were taking they were doing their dinks and stuff, but those were very well timed. Those were very well placed. In that third set, they went to that small ball game almost exclusively.
Yeah, for all 3 sets.
And that had they continued to play aggressive the way they had played, that would have been 10 times more difficult for the Toppers to have pulled this off. But just they got away from it and never got back into it.
No, they did not.
And that completely turned this game around.
Yeah, and right now Joe Palmer down on the court. The Hilltoppers got the awarded the trophy for the district championship, and now they what they do is they have medallions for their district championship game. Joe Palmer right now handing it out to his girls, and I don't know, girls are crazy. And Myella Krantz, Joe Palmer put the God, who is that? Joe Palmer put the medallion on Myella Krantz, and so Myella immediately took it off and handed it to Ashley Hammond, and then she turned around and faced Hammond, and then Hammond put the medallion on her over her head, and then gave her like they do the knights, one shoulder to the other shoulder, with her like a little chop, one shoulder to the other shoulder, and then the top of the head. So she, arise, sir, lady.
So a couple of stats here for you, Gene. Like we said, Nadia just on fire tonight. 24 spike kills.
Oh, yes.
And that has got to be up there with one of the best single match totals of all time. The only one that's immediately coming to mind that might have been better was Aubrey Jones. If you remember her about 15 years ago.
Aubrey. And what a terror she was.
She was one of the best hitters in the history of this program.
She's in Los Alamos High School Hall of Fame.
Yes, absolutely. But 24 for Nadia tonight, just completely dialed in. Gene, if she's going to hit like that in the state tournament, she's going to be an absolute terror. Also for the Toppers tonight, huge contest for Abby Leckel. 11 spike kills, a couple of block kills, just hitting very, very well and placing her shots very well tonight. And then along with that, Celine Telliez, 8 spike kills, and just doing whatever. A lot of people doing whatever they needed to do to get this done tonight. And joining us, head coach Joe Palmer. And Joe, thanks for joining us here. Wow, what a contest! So, end of the second set. Kind of a phantom call there. Really changes the whole dynamic of that set. The Elcats pull that one out. You're down 2-0 to a very, very tough opponent. What's going through your mind, and what's going through the girls' mind at that point?
We just had to kind of get over. I think, I'm a slightly emotional kind of coach. So
are you? I never noticed that.
I know, just a little. So, so I had to get that out of my mind from what happened because, hey, those things happen. I jaw a lot with our refs and say things and talk about it, but we just told them we got to just get out of our minds right now. And this is where your hard work comes in. I mean, that's exactly what we said. I just said, you got to go out and let's just worry about the third set. That's the only set we got to worry about right now. So focus on the third set, and they came out, and they actually, they pushed hard, and I think that one was like a 25-11, 25-14, I don't know what that, 15. So there you go. Thanks, Gene. So once we got that one, I have to be honest with you, I felt real good. Over these last 4 years, our girls have been really conditioned. I mean, we're fine going to 5 sets. We feel good when we go to 5 sets. We feel good when we get pushed that far. So I was really happy. Angelina's made some really good decisions. Our back row after that first set stepped it up a little bit more. We had some real issues again with taking backward steps and not giving at least some 2 balls or 3 balls. So, and then, making Abby Leckel, she's a smart player. Went ahead and just made the move to put her in for the remainder of the match. So
again, and talk about Abby, especially in the, her job in the front row. Obviously, Nadia is going to go in there and do what she does,
right.
and was really dialed in for much of this match. But when you needed the offensive support, Abby was right there, and she absolutely turned it up tonight, and was really in that especially in those third and fourth sets, just was an absolute menace. I mean, she was hitting extremely hard. She was placing her shots very, very well, and offensively, that seemed to be the boost you guys needed at that point.
It was. I mean, Abby Leckel is probably she's got a really high volleyball IQ. So I mean, she's really good at looking what's open, knowing what block is on her. If she doesn't have her shot, being able to put a ball into play and make them work. We work 5 flat a lot in practice, and make them work on their offense. And Abby just, we made, past Locke when I talked, and we just said we're going to make the decision and put Abby in. I think that'll kind of make Pojoaque work a little bit harder. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that really did. And then, Solène just another big night for her. And it took her a little bit longer to get on track, I think, but. We were always talking about she has an unorthodox windmill type swing, and that for opposing defenses that seems like it's really, really hard to read.
It is. It's a slow swing. I joke with her sometimes. I said, I'm timing you on a calendar, Solène. I said, come on, we need you to get to draw quicker. So she needs to be set a little bit more off the net, and we've worked on that. But she likes to look for her hands, and wants to tool off of ball because she does have a good swing when it comes to that. And then I did. I challenged her. I said, I just need you to be big. I said, I need you to play smart, and she really did. She picked it up, like you said, third, fourth set. She did too. She picked up her play, and I just I can't say enough about the entire team. I mean, I read the riot act to my poor back row, and after the first set, and then Anna Kirkland, Brie Nieto, Abby Leckel, and Bella Aguilar, they stepped it up. I mean, they did after that. They just kind of said, okay, we're gonna give Angelina some good balls so that we can try and run our offense, and then. They pulled it out. I mean, it's been an amazing run these 4 years. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah, just a lot of big contributors tonight.
Yes.
And and I'm sure the girls knew that coming in. The L-Cats were were going to come in guns blazing.
Yes, sir.
And try to steal this one up here. And talk about this series between you and them. I mean, they're always very highly rated. They're such, especially we've been talking about their defense all night. It's just very, very difficult to crack.
Mm-hmm.
They can take their pokes, when they need to. They bring a lot to the table, and you had. And you and the girls have been able to get over that hump, and kind of you've had their number for several years now. I mean, and that is no small feat.
No, they really, like I said, work hard. And again, my hat's off to Joe. I mean, I've known him real well now, and his group comes in, and when we're done, like I said, I get fiery and stuff. My hat's off to Pojoaque's team. They play extremely good defense. They're a well-disciplined team. They know where their balls are going. In all honesty, sometimes I wish our defense could kind of mimic some of that. We're a block and pound kind of team, and we should probably focus a little more on our back row defense and getting into position like Joe's does. So it's just, like I said, it's just a little bit more hard work on our part to get those passes up. And then I just think, we've just been lucky enough over these few years to have the edge on him when it comes down to it. So, I mean, I think it was 2 years ago. We were down 0-2 and 18-11 and came back and won. And tonight we're down 0-2, and then I didn't have to worry about being down 18-11. So, and then, it's just, our girls, I think they just believe they can win. So, and that's what's the nice part is they believe they can win. Now, it's like I said, this journey isn't over. It's we've set some pretty high goals, and I'm tired of getting bounced in the quarters of state. So I'm hoping that we get a 3 or a 4 seed when all the points shake out, and that we get to go down to Rio and see who we get to play. So.
Yeah, absolutely, and so
Yep.
What are you looking at? Obviously a little
Sure.
difficult to project at this point. What are you looking at in terms of maybe opponents, maybe somebody you want to see, maybe somebody you'd rather see a little bit later?
I don't want to see. I don't know who won tonight between Taos and Moriarty, because they might be the 12 seed in, would be my guess maybe. I don't want to see them again. I never want to see our district opponent again. I prefer not to see Joe again. Some of the others, they're good teams. We played Goddard, we played Hope, we played Academy. I saw Santa Teresa last year, and they're a well-coached team. We played Gallup at the Rio Rancho tournament. Whoever they give us, we're going to prepare for. I just hope we don't have to play here on Tuesday night. I hope we scored enough points and everything falls out that we're the 3 or the 4 seed. So that'll be a bye, and we get an automatic trip down to Rio Rancho that Friday for Friday, Saturday.
All right.
Yep.
Talking with Joe Palmer, and thanks for joining us,
Thank
Coach. You. We really appreciate it, and good luck. We'll see how the tournament shakes out, but just a fantastic come from behind victory tonight against a very, very difficult opponent, and another district championship for your shelf there.
Well, no, the girls, they deserve it all. Again, I always say it, blessed to coach this team. They're wonderful, wonderful young ladies, and thank all of our fans for the support. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Joe. Joe Palmer, head coach of the Los Alamos High School Hilltopper volleyball program, and boy, what a huge night for this team, for this program, and for these girls who, again, we have been saying it all night, but just to have that kind of gut check once again against the L-Cats and to answer the call, just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it really was. And because boy, you talk about having your back against a wall. Wow, I'm telling you. So anyway. So the Hilltoppers take it. They lose the first two, 25-23 and 26-24, and then come roaring back in the final 3 sets to win those 3 sets easily by 15-17, and then the final set 15-5. So this is Gene Martinson, and I want to say for my good buddy Mike Mays, and so Nate Limback and John McHale, and I want to thank Carol Clark for making all this possible, the Los Alamos Daily Post, as we broadcast over that YouTube channel, and we hope you enjoyed tuning in. It was a great ball game tonight. All these have been great ball games, and we've been covering most all of the tournaments, the boys soccer, the girls soccer. Tomorrow night, the Hilltopper football team will go down to Mayfield in Las Cruces, and that's going to be a tough ball game. But Garrett Williams just really, really happy that they made the playoffs, and so we'll see what they can come up with. And then he was talking about getting a bye, not getting a bye. He'll get a bye. I don't think there's any question about that. And right now they're number 3 in the state on max prep. So he says he doesn't want to play here on Tuesday, but I don't think he has to worry about that. So the tournament actually starts at Rio Rancho, and that's on next Friday morning down in Rio Rancho. So this is Gene Martinson. Final score, Hilltoppers take this one once again in 5 sets, 3-2. And so have a great weekend, everybody, and you can make it an even better weekend. All you got to do is put a little love in your heart. Don't forget to hug that penguin. But the most important thing you can always do is just be excellent to each other. And night-night, sweetie pie. I love you, sweetie. Miss you a lot, honey. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hello, I'm Commander Oliver Morris with the Los Alamos Police Department. It's an exciting time to live in Los Alamos. With the increase in hiring at the lab, we've seen more motorists and visitors come to Los Alamos. But with that, we've also seen an increase in traffic. And with traffic, we also get calls of distracted driving, speeding, and sometimes aggressive driving. Please join me in reducing these calls. Our officers are going to be out in force looking for these types of driving behavior. If you see something, please call us at our non-emergency line or our emergency line. We appreciate your partnership in helping keep our community safe, and thank you.
Hi, I'm Troy Hughes with Los Alamos Fire Department, reminding you that fall's upon us and winter's soon coming, so we'll start using our appliances more, like our furnace, our fireplaces. Make sure you get those appliances checked by a certified technician, especially the fireplaces. Make sure you've got a good chimney sweep, get that thing good and clean and ready to burn, and make sure you have a good working CO detector and smoke alarm in your